know, it's a jacked up world we live in. Whether through violence, criminality, or just flat out neglect. A lot of people in this world end up wards of the state. But here today, we're a little more interested in the state of the wards. Hello everybody, it's an Alchin live stream, as always. Coming in to play a little bit of Planescape Torment, but it's been absolutely no torment for me. I've been loving every goddamn moment of this game so far. Its philosophy, its characters. We're gonna ignore the combat mechanics in that. It's been a good time. It's been a good time. Our party's starting to fill out. We've got 5 out of 6 slots filled. And the plan for today is to explore the lower ward and the clerk's ward. Now, I literally woke up in a cold sweat yesterday, realizing that I forgot to do something, and that's when I was in Mabeth's training. She told me that she had a shop for me where I could pick up some new spells, and I never even looked at them. So the running plan is to finish up the lower ward here, pop back to Mabeth's place, buy a few spells, and then we'll go check out the clerk's ward and beyond. So for now, sit back, relax as we tool about this city and try and find ourselves something magical for ourselves. And what's more magical than the printed word? Than the ability of humans to communicate ideas and thoughts from a distance without having to make this thing waggle around, whatever you call this little unit. Oh god, what's going on? You got a runner? What's going on, Scofflaw? Pen me a tale. You see a thin, stooped man hunched over a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. What do you want? Make it quick. What do you do here? He looks sharply at you, ceasing the scritching of his pen. Are you entirely dim? It's a print shop. I print things here. Look around you. I print. And what exactly do you print? Pens, books, pamphlets, handbills, words, letters, whatever. He amends. Though I don't do racy prints, I won't fail any perversions you might want, nor do I care to ask. I have a few questions for you. Do they have to do with work? Yeah. I'd like you to print up a little love letter for me. Not for me to send to someone, ignore the hair twirling. I write my own damn love letters, but we need a faker for a prostitute. Not of the body-selling kind, of the soul-selling kind, okay? It's very important. Letter for dear fine Juliet. A love letter, eh? Fine. It'll cost you, though. Let's call it, 100 coins. You look desperate for this. Oh, we're a bit of a discount. Fine, 75 coins. Take it or leave it. I'll take it. He takes your money, thinks for a moment, and selects a perfumed sheet of paper from a drawing in the desk. He scribbles a few vacuous, love-struck lines on it in a flowery, elegant strip. I don't know why I expected a printing press. Is that not what this is back here? This will do, I'm sure. It will. I had some more questions. And do they have to do with work? Well, I mean, not exactly. Then you're wasting your time and mine. Good day. He turns down to his desk. Farewell.
Alright.
We got what we wanted out of this shop. Why, I could be a little more aggressive with it here. I see no reason to trouble the man. Now, wasn't there something I could do near the siege tower? Oh, the Grosick guy. Wait. Was I supposed to kill this guy, or was I supposed to... Mage wants me to kill an Abishai, and he'll help me get rid of my scars if I do. So, like, the last fight I picked with an Abishai didn't go well for me. But I was, like, level 2 at the time, and had a hell of a lot less friends. How are we doing vis-a-vis magic items? I think the bone dagger here is a magic item. She doesn't have a magic item.
What's up?
His teeth aren't magic. Oh my god, she just uses her damn hands? I know you're a succubus girl, but I think you could do better than fondling our enemies, don't you think? Although maybe that's how she drains the life from a man's soul. Right, sorry, not that kind of succubus. Okay, I think this one counts as magic. So we have at least 2 characters who can hit this guy. I mean, I did do a quick save, so, like, why hesitate, right? But you see a reptilian creature with a snake-like body, 4-clawed feet, leathery wings, and a draconian head. The scales covering its body are a vile shade of green. The creature has the right side legs, balancing its prehensile tails. You approach the size node, it slits and begins to hiss. Greetings. The air in the creature begins to radiate heat, and its scales take on a pale sheen. It gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. Suddenly, it releases a flurry of hisses and relaxes its stance a bit. Scowl! Grossuck, no talk! Hold waits. It glares at you and its tail lashes back and forth. Sebastian sent me. The creature relaxes quite a bit and the air grows cooler. It holds out a clawed hand to you. Give gross information. He looks at you expectantly. What? No, Sebastian sent me to kill you. Without a moment's hesitation, the creature lunges at you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think you can do it. Nah, I'm just gonna leave more back. I'm pretty sure he can't do anything. I'm pretty sure you can't do anything.
Endure.
You can help.
Enduring growth
How may I
strong.
help?
I really hope a succubus's touch is some kind of magic. Okay, I got the bone dagger equipped already. Jesus Christ, the damage comes out crazy. Out of low-level spells, yikes.
Ready.
Don't really know how that happened, but... hit him with the spiritual hammer. Which is what I like to call my dick.
You must lend me strength.
Bonk. Okay, this is not going great for... And we have a 0 AC and he's still tearing us apart. I know that doesn't affect the damage we take at all, but the fact that he's hitting us with like every attack is kind of rough, don't you think?
Come with the ladder.
Yeah, heal.
Encore, encore.
Do I get my spells back when I... No.
I'm gone.
He's probably could continue to be a problem, huh? Alright, let's have 2 more tries at this, and if we can't down him, then I'll go get my spells back, and that'll certainly make this more doable. He's just gonna stay pissed over there, isn't he? I should go in first. Everyone else pound off.
Mike's not working on this. Mike's not working on this.
Here, I
Didn't
I-
work.
Oh, Grace. Let's call lightning instead.
Oh, he's hanging out by a thread. Would you give me a hand here?
Okay. The fire was friendly, but it got the job done. Up and at him, girly. And now we got the quick loot menu.
I'm here.
Alright, Sebastian, you gotta be able to do good work on these scars here. I just murdered a... I mean, I'm not gonna call it an innocent lizard. He was ready to go off on me just for talking to him, so I mean... like, all things considered, the streets are probably better off without him, but... you did throw me into a violent encounter.
I'm gone.
For what? A little bit of cosmetic surgery? This better be good. Or bad. But, like, you know, in a fun way. You know, bad. Good day, Cutter. You complete a quest. Yes, now come for what's due for me. One moment, please, Cutter. Reach into his robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes to him before turning his attention to you. I can't thank you enough, Cutter. I'll slip to my part of the bargain. Are you ready? It's done, Cutter. Once again, I thank you. +2 charisma.
Updated my journal.
Yo! Holy. That damn boy's sitting at 19k. Okay, next couple level ups are going into our whiz then. Maybe brings up to a nice 16. Ooh. That's good stuff right there. Your charisma surpasses that of mortal men. Your presence is such that many would lay down their lives for you. I mean, you don't gotta say all that. I mean, thank you, but, you know, feels a little overblown.
Done.
The peak of mortal charisma, maybe, but beyond mortal men? I mean, I'd never say it. Let's go back to Lady Mabeth.
Done.
Maybe our new charisma will get us some sick discounts on spells. And then we'll go rest and explore the Cleric's Ward. I think I was everywhere in the lower, but I came to purchase. Ooh. Okay, I already know these 3 spells, but I could teach them to my boy here. But then we got new spells. Exciting spells. Scroll of Remove Curse. Hello, okay. I mean, we're just buying everything, right? We're just buying every spell we don't already own. Friends? Violence is not always... Okay, this is Pacify, not Friends, for the people listening and not watching. Scroll of Pacify. Violence is not always the best solution. The spell seeks to quell the boiling blood, the anger, and the malice through peaceful means. As per the name, this spell will magically pacify 2 to 8 creatures with 6 hit dice or less in the area of effect. This affects all types of creatures except for undead. When cast, creatures must immediately make a saving throw versus a spell. If they fail, they stop all activities that require any exertion, including arguments, combat, etc. From here, the afflicted creature will fall into a deep slumber. That creature will remain in this state of duration till the spell is left unharmed. If attacked, they automatically gain a new saving throw to try and break the spell. Oh, so attacking doesn't automatically wake them up. It just gives them another save. That's way better than it is in modern D&D. Holy. Friends. One's charm, one's beauty, and one's charisma is sometimes a key to gaining the trust of strangers and creating new friends. When cast, the caster temporarily gains 2 to 8 points of charisma. Should be helpful in making new friends or opening new paths. Maybe if you weren't the most charismatic guy ever born. Scroll of Blindness. How frail is the body when it depends upon its eyes? When sight is removed, things become hard to hit, and the sufferer becomes easier to target. -4 to attack rolls, +4 to all opponents' attack rolls. The Swarm Curse. All that scuttles, creeps, and swarms shall be invited to dine on a victim of your choosing. Bring a swarm of insects to attack all those in the area of effect. Bring a swarm of insects to all those in the area of effect. They inflict 1 to 4 plus caster level divided by 3 points of damage every 5 seconds. No one can cast a spell while in the swarm. Scroll of Horror. Pure horrors have the greatest equalizer in existence, causing both the weakest and strongest to lose their courage and flee in cowardice. Causes not all undead creatures in a 30-foot radius to flee in terror from the area if they fail their saving throw. You know, I probably don't have the inventory space for all this, but I'm sure it'll just fall on the floor. It'll be fine. Scroll of Luck, Fortune, Chance, Kismet, whatever its name. The spell grants boost one's luck for a short duration. Gains 2 to 8 bonus points in the luck for 5 seconds per level of the caster. Increases the chance for attacks, thieving skills, saving throws, and the like. Scroll of Blur. The blurring form of form and spirit causes one to be hard to see or touch, granting great advantage in battle. Blur causes the wizard's form to shift and blur, making much difficult to attack the caster. Causes all attacks made at -3 penalty, increases wizard +1 to all saving throws. So, like, it's not as good as blind, but, like, maybe it lasts longer. 15 seconds plus 5 seconds per level. Versus 60 seconds. So to make Blur better than blind, I gotta be 45 is 9, at least level 10 or higher, huh? Okay. And then we got Scroll of Remove Curse. That was a Divine Sensor. Like this. Cursed items should no longer affect you while the spell is cast. When cast, the spell removes a curse upon the person targeted. It doesn't remove the curse from the actual item itself, but as the person successfully unequip and rid themselves of the cursed item. And you gotta be a level 4 wizard to use that. Or do you need access to level 4 spells? You probably need access to level 4 spells. So here's the thing, is I could copy this spell into my spell book and use it as when I level up. Or I could just use this scroll as it is to cure that one guy's curse. I could rather learn it and just plan for the future. I don't have enough inventory space, so it's not going to let me buy. Okay. Just a sec, then we'll learn all these first, I guess. Copy spell. Copy. Copy. I'm glad this doesn't cost money like it does in 5th Ed. Just a nice, smooth education. Free schooling for all your wizardly needs. I don't... They're literally the same letter, but whatever. Alright. Little spell book. Let's see what we're working with now. God, so many first level spells. Friends is fun. Friends is really fun. Let's take off a chromatic orb. I think we'll equip friends as we need it. We'll, like, identify situations. Let's equip blindness for now as one of our everyday carries. Ooh, this just got a lot more interesting. Oh, I didn't read knock. All locked doors, just box shelves be unlocked. Doesn't affect barred gates and the like. The 2 impediments per spell. I mean, that's what she's for. Let's grab Swarm Curse as like a tech move against enemy mages. This as it is. And when we get a 4th level spell slot, we'll be able to pop on the old Remove Curse. Thanks, Mabeth.
All right.
So now we travel over to the bar. We spend some time resting to get the rest of the party back in working shape. I wonder if we can rest actually inside the brothel of intellectual. We'll find out. We deliver the love letters in the process. Surely we're with the proprietress, and there's these nice couches here. Surely we can just take a little. Whatever. Can't rest in the place dedicated to... I guess it's a place dedicated to intellectual stimulation, not rest, but... Surely you have, like, a private room we could put ourselves into. Hey, Juliet. Well, anything yet? What do you mean? I literally have 2 of them now. Hey! Oi! What's going on? Oh, I have to deliver them to Montague. In the Civic Fest Hall. And I got 2 letters for him. This is gonna be so spicy. Ooh, it's gonna be fucking hot. Alright, well, fuck you then. We'll go to the real bar. The bar that actually matters. No offense, Falls from Grace. No, actually, offense. Why can't we hang out in your sick club, huh?
I'm gone.
You want the riffraff hanging out for 8 to 36 hours? Some fucking people, man. Okay, well, it's in divisions of 8, so it'll be like 40 hours, but, you know.
I'm gone.
When you say it like that, everything sounds bad. We've literally killed lawkeepers in this bar, and it's a more welcoming place to us than your place. Make it make sense.
May my faith lend me strength.
Wait. Why'd she heal so much more
Alright,
this time?
what?
Did our, like, hit die go up or something so we get more out of arrests now? Or did the game decide that after I hit it 3 times, they were just like, okay, okay. Fine. Do it your way. Ooh, we should have a new tattoo now that we got a succubus. Ooh. Get myself some slutty new ink. You know, maybe it's gonna be a tramp stamp or like one of those womb tattoos.
One of Fell's studios, is it not? I have long wanted to meet him.
Fell turns to face you as you approach. He folds its arms and sleeves and waits. I had some questions for you. I feel like I know you, Fell. Fell bows reverently and a stream of symbols swirl about his head, rotating clockwise, counterclockwise. It takes a moment to translate. Okay, no, I already had this conversation. Fell? What are those frames in the back room? It is my gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I am saddened for you. Saddened for me? Why is that? The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones upon a foundation. You've endured great pain. What do you mean? I admire you because you never surrendered to the way of these losses, despite the fact that the chains hang on you still. Oh, wow, thank you for the exclamation point lurk. Long string of... These losses blanket this life and all your past ones. You shed lives like a molding serpent. You are exploring the infinite path of lives. So basically, we're like the Sensei's ultimate dream. Take with you this warning. Each of your lives has a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Anything else you can tell me? Do not sign anything. No contracts. Got it. Do you feel complete? I don't. In fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing. Something inside. Listen, I'm sorry I don't have a bot that, like, makes you, like, a cute little message when you lurk, okay? But I still appreciate it. It's very much allowed. It's just not rewarded. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become home again. Someone said I should be able to ask him, or not someone in stream, but like someone in the game. I was like, ask Fell how he fell. Do you know Ravel? She is not a myth. Where is she? She is in one of the lady's mazes. Mazes. Her will was not the will of the lady. Ravel was punished. Ravel was imprisoned in a maze. What did they do? She sought to open the cage. Ooh, the symbol for Sigil itself. That's cute. Do you know where she is? She's in one of the lady's mazes. Okay, it's some other questions for you. Do not seek her out. Within her beats an evil heart. She will do everything in her power to hurt you. I may have to find her anyway, Fel. Okay, but not actually farewell, though, because, like, I might want some ink. Oh, I can't sell back my old shitty tats? Lame. Grossuck's demise. This tattoo tells of your efforts to aid Sebastian by slaying Grossuck the Abishai. Draws upon that experience and bolsters the wearer's brute strength to invade unpleasant legal entanglements. Huh? Wait, does this help me, like, fucking say no you to a lawyer? Interesting. Tattoo of Saving Grace. +1 to Wisdom, +5 to Lore Skill, and +1 to all saving throws. Seems pretty fucking good to me. Some will fall from Grace's presence to be rubbing off on you, for this tattoo allows you to steady your thoughts and take events from a calm perspective, allowing you to gain more experience from your encounters. Furthermore, it helps you calm your mind and allows you to control your impulsiveness, panic, and harness your adrenaline rush to stroke off spells, paralyzation, and effects rely on chance to pierce your defenses. Yeah, we're buying that tattoo. How come her tattoo is better than all of you losers'? Oh, because she's a fine lady with experience. really just got this lady's face tattooed in her left ass cheek, huh? You know what? It's a fine look for us. I'll tell you what. Let's reorganize our inventory just a little tiny bit. What? You got a problem with my succubus tramp stamp?
Done.
Where else does this guy have real estate to fit a tattoo like that? Alright, so with that wisdom buff, can we now successfully understand... Yo, Dakin.
What is your will?
There are things I would know. Can I talk to you about your teachings? I have read it. Yes, that unlocked it. Okay, so it does scale with my wisdom. When one chooses to only see what's before them, they see only a part of the whole. They are blind. And just as Vilquar was blinded by his promised reward, so are the Illithids blinded to the true rising. For when they heard Vilquar's words, they turned their sight outwards again, didn't they? And the rising was free to strike. Know that you speak truly. Vilquar's eyes blinded both Vilquar and the Illithids. The tentacle ones thought the rising to be no more. When the rising occurred, the ground drank deep of Illithid blood. So is victory born from treachery. It's a curious lesson. Why would it be part of the teachings of Zerthamon? As blade bleeds into a deep, dead night black, and his voice deepens. For a moment, you think he's angry, but you're not sure. There is much about the way of Zerthamon's path that is difficult to know. Do you know why Vilquar's eyes parted the way of Zerthamon? It is part of the telling of how our people came to know freedom. It lets us know that there are those, even among the people, who are not the people. And that, even in the greatest treachery, a greater knowing may be achieved. Very well. You've come to know the fourth circle of Zerthamon. He takes the circle, and with a deft motion, he twists one of the links, so one of the plates slides forth. He hands the plate to you. Meditate upon his teachings, and the way of knowing shall grant you strength. I would know more of the ways. His finger feels around the edge of the stone circle and twists it clockwise. The link clicks to have a new configuration. He reverses. The next circle is open to you. Study it, and I will hear your words. Alright. Why does it put these? Is it just like the ability to reread the thing? Like, why do I get... Oh. Why didn't I even think to check with the other ones? I just assumed. God damn it. God damn it. He was giving me his spells the whole time, and I threw them all on the floor somewhere. Oh, wait, okay, they're probably on the floors of the brothel, right? Because that's where I did all my readings. That's where I did all my knowing. God, I hope they're there. I didn't realize. Make that face you made an entire emoji. I don't know what face I made. Oh no. They're not in here. Where the fuck did I drop those? What spells did I throw away? Just the whole fuck vibe of it all. Tell you what, get me a screenshot, and when my artist has commissions again, I'll put it high up on the list, alright? Did I drop it down here, maybe?
Alright.
Come on, look for a loot bag. Oh, man. I dropped like 3 spells on the floor I could have learned. They're not good spells, don't get me wrong. But, like, they should be in my book, damn it.
Done.
Whatever, we actually got his best spell here. That Vilquar's Eye thing. IMO. It's like a better version of blind, honestly. Well, actually, let's compare them. Let's compare them. So blindness is -4 +4. Whereas Vilquar's eye is -4 +4. This is duration 30 seconds. This is duration 60 seconds. Wait, so it's literally just worse blind. But it even gets less range per level than blindness does. LOL. Are you super sure about this Zerthamon guy's teachings, my dude?
Alright.
Like extra double plus, sure. Alright. So we ran around this whole map, but we never actually went into any of these buildings. Or talked to any of these people. We were just kind of looking for a gardener that wasn't here. So it's time to start meeting some people. Eli? This narrow-eyed, sharp-faced man is scouting his surroundings with a vague look of disinterest, pausing occasionally to look down and picking at his fingernails. Despite being clothed in silk and velvet finery, he manages to look unsavory, and more than a little dangerous. Greetings. The man looks your way. His eyes are dark slits, like narrow stab wounds beneath his brown. His voice is low and gruff despite his slender build. Pike off! Not yet, I had some questions. You think I wander the ward looking for strangers to spill dark for? Now pike off! What are you here for then? To be surly with passerbys? Heh! He stands quietly for a moment, then breaks a crooked smile. That's good, that. He considers you for a moment. I'm a tutor at the Civic Fest Hall. Name's Havelock. Eli Havelock. As a veteran scout, I teach the art of subterfuge. You mean thievery? His lips curl up in a disgusted sneer. Thieves and thievery it always is. 5 tours I spent as a reconnaissance operative in the War of Lies. Scout is my title. Scout. I teach the ways of stealth and spycraft, not common thievery. My apologies, I meant no offense. Can you train me? I don't know. I've had enough of teaching petty pickpockets and curious sensates for the time being. Almost to himself, he mumbles. Not sure why I agreed to do it in the first place. Perhaps because teaching others makes them aware of your own skill. Perhaps by teaching others you make them aware of your own skill. At the same time, you defend the nobility of your skills by assuring them that they're no common thief, but a scout and a spy, a master of subterfuge. Eli nods, mulling over what you've said. Aye, there's no denying it. It's sort of sorry, though, when you look at it that way. I don't think so. Those of your trade are often misunderstood, thrust unfairly into the same category as footbands and brigands. There's nothing wrong with dispelling false notions. Heh! Right again you are! He gives you a friendly punch to your shoulder. Thanks, blood! He suddenly looks off in the distance. Well, enough wasted time out here. I'm heading back to the fest hall. If you still want to train, that's where you'll find me. Perhaps I'll see you there, you
of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Oh my god. Enough minimum rolls, man. You're embarrassing me. Maybe I should start quick saving before I... Ridiculous. Might as well contribute my own hold RPG too. Oh? This kind-looking old man spares only the briefest of glances before returning to his recitation. We're not heckling the poet. Why was it necessary to force me into not having pants at all? Excuse me? What game are you playing? Where can I buy it? Got an art gallery. I consider myself something of an aficionado of the arts. Perhaps I could patron some young artist.
All right.
This painting shows what looks to be an infinitely long string of bilious green gas stretching off into the darkness. The horizon of a vast rocky plain can be seen in the lower right-hand corner of the painting. One is given the impression that the head of the green cloud is rearing to strike down upon it. The placard reads, "Hazards off of the consumption of Nagar." An animated bloody iron chain coiling and uncoiling upon itself. The chain seems to bend and weave like the spine of a snake. A small placard reads, "A chitin's animate chain from Jangling Heiter." I touch the chain. The chain is slightly warm to the touch as if it were alive. Notice the various barbs, tiny hooks, needles, and other small smart bits are welded upon the chain's length. Oh, that's the kind of thing that wraps itself around you and chokes you out. Bleeds you dry. A record of Lodos War, yay! And an anime, I think. Damn. A painting of tall black cliffs against a blood-red sky. There looks to be figures hiding amongst the crags of the cliffs, but whenever you squint at the painting to try and make them out, the image fades into nothing. A placard reads, "Outland Raiders." I had no idea it had a video game, actually. A massive horn of beaten lead, wound with brazen chains. The horn is horribly mangled, as a tremendous force had crushed it. Jagged blades protrude along its length, almost as if it meant to be used as a club by some gigantic creature, as well as a bladder horn. A placard mounted beneath the horn reads, "Cleansing Horn of Acheron." Put your head against the wall. Try and blow the horn. Try as you might, you can get no sound to issue from the massive horn. Your lips come away from the mouthpiece tasting of blood, smoke, and metal. No, it's still connected to the memory of an old... It's from 2000 on the Dreamcast. Hey, so a year after this game. These events take place after the end of the manga. Interesting. Maybe if I ever decide to play it on stream, I'll have to do a manga read-along first then. A brilliant ruby statuette stands on this pedestal, carved into the image of a winged humanoid. The figure is either demonic or angelic in nature, but it is difficult to tell which, because it refracts the light in the Galleria strangely. There is no placard indicating what exactly the statuette is. Alright, I mean, it looks like a dragon to me, or no, like a demon. Maybe it's the lady. Why this painting looking like a fucking Mario 64 portal? Okay, we're gonna look at this one last. That's clearly an important work. The statue looks like it's about to make some angry proclamation. The sculptor has captured the essence of fury magnificently. The chiseled tension lines around the neck and forehead alone must have taken many long months to get correct. Fine cracks run all over the entire statue, and there is a small placard attached to its base. Let's read the plaque. The plaque reads, "This statue is believed to be the final fate of the Athersian sorcerer Gangrohaiden. Gangrohaiden. Attacked by a conclave of rival sorcerers at the height of his dream of madness, he was imprisoned with a spell that turned his flesh into stone. That name is said to have been frozen with a final, awful curse still upon his lips. A curse so terrible it was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man." Let's look at the cracks. You carefully examine the cracks that run like a network of fine black veins along the statue's surface. At one point, near its inner arm section, where the splinter of stone looks about ready to come off. I don't think this is a good idea. This is clearly a petrified man. Maybe I can cure him with remove curse later. And maybe if I break a piece off, that won't be possible. That said, you reach for the section of the forearm where the cracks have formed, grip firmly and yank to no avail. You'll need a hammer to break the stone, and a small one. The limited space between the statue's arm and body needs a large one. One suitable for combat, for instance, won't work. This fucking hammer I dropped on the floor, god damn it. Alright, fine. This is a portrait of a grotesque hook-nosed crone. The hag's flesh is a sickly blue-gray color. Her eyes glow red like the embers of a dying fire. Her chin, long and sharp, projects forward in an extreme underbite. 2 yellowed canines protrude upwards from her lower jaw like small tusks. The smile upon her withered, purplish lips speaks of a horrible secret. The placard reads, Grey Hag of Oinos. As you begin to turn away from the painting, something in it draws your attention. A strange tingling sensation arises in the back of your mind. A memory beginning to surface. A memory of hags, you say? Memory of hags! Thank you, thank you. It is a wonderful game so far. Sometimes old is good. Sometimes. You recall standing, confused in a maze of briars. The hideous crone from the painting is before you, cackling wildly. You grit your teeth in frustration, wondering why she's laughing at you. My poor dear, lovely man-thing, she croons. Why, that was your first wish. She points a single, bony, clawed finger at your forehead. Your temples begin to throb painfully. And you can remember nothing more. This was the story that, who told it? I guess it was the Yves, the story carrier or whatever, the tail chaser. She told us this story. Or one of my party members told it to her. Either way, we've heard this. I think we heard it once before that too, actually. So that was us, huh? We wished to have the memories, and then we wished them away. And then again, we called them back. This looks to be a subterranean landscape. A massive cavern interior filled with colorful, faintly luminescent, gigantic fungi. Blacker leaves veils beneath Clangdon. The painting is a dark cityscape, a faraway view of some giant center of civilization being burned to the ground. The streets of this place are empty, however, absent of soldiers, refugees, and even corpses. A placard reads, The Folly of Udo. Know about Udo? I don't think so. The hundreds of chips of translucent green glass fitting the stained glass window don't appear to be held together by anything, but rather remain free-floating and mysteriously suspended within the iron frame's boundaries. The shards ripple and move in slow waves, causing bizarre patterns to fluctuate across the window's surface, as varied portions of it reflect the gallery's light in different directions. A small placard reads, Arcadian Stained Glass Window. You reach out to touch the undulating glass shards, but you cannot do so. Your hand stops just short of the surface of the glass. Alright, gamer rage. You succeed only bruising your knuckles. The glass may as well be sheet iron. What if that worked? What was our plan? To fucking destroy an art installation and then, what, run? Honestly, nameless. This painting shows an enormous granite keep. A hideous thing, long and low, covered in leering gargoyles, suspended in what looks to be a night sky. A cloud of crimson and violet vapor whirls in the background along the right side of the painting. A placard simply reads, The Library. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. The painting depicts a short scene with a wide, reddish-orange sun sitting behind a peninsula or a large jetty. The scene, though unoriginal, is breathtaking. The play of the fading daylight across the water is captured perfectly, but staring at the paint sun for any time makes your eyes ache. The placard reads, Surface of Thalagia. We really gotta stop touching the art exhibits, man. This is not good museum etiquette at all. Oddly enough, something unusual about the surface of the painting. Set of 4 paintings which portray an empty beach in the dead of night. The air around the painting smells faintly of brine, and the painted sea seems to ebb and flow across the darkened shore. The placard reads, Karasuthran Shoreline. We'll take a big sniffer, please. The surface of the painting smells strongly of sea air. And is it coarse, and does it get everywhere? You place your hand in the painting, not knowing quite what to expect. But it's merely the texture of painted canvas you feel beneath your fingertips. Are we gonna look at this thing, or... Guys? Can maybe we let Nameless in? Okay, how about you all go wait by the door,
Done.
and I'll enjoy the museum. Several shards of black crystal, or ice, swirl within the freezing winds that this ornate pedestal gives forth. Each shard looks razor sharp. Touching or grabbing one could be perilous. A placard on the pedestal reads, Dark Birds of Acanthus. Grab one. As you reach out to grab one of the whirling shards, your fingers enter the icing wind that rises to the pedestal. Instantly, a coat of numbing frost forms around them, causing them to momentarily draw back. Oh no, we're not stopping just because of a little bit of frostbite. We'll lose this whole hand if we have to. You thrust your hand into the frigid, numbing wind. Unbeknownst to you, your entire hand frees solids wrapped around one of the dark birds. As another of the black sparks spins into your fist, your hand breaks off the wrist with a sharp crack and goes clattering across the Galleria floor. Pick up your hand and stick it back on, quick! You pick up the frost-covered fist and thrust it onto your bleeding stump. Noticing that the dark bird you grabbed, a razor-sharp shard of black ice, has already melted away into nothing. Looks like you'll have to catch it into something that'll keep it cold. Eventually, warmth and feeling returns to your hand as your tissues thaw and regenerate. Let's hope no one saw that. You didn't see anything! Oh, come on, don't waste your healing spells on me.
Done.
'Tis merely a flesh wound. And, like, what's a flesh wound to an immortal? Alright, time for the clearly I mean, this painting was clearly magical, too. But this one's giving Portal vibes. The surface of this painting, a wild collage of vivid colors, ripples constantly as if it were the surface of a pond during a light rain. The placard reads, Wave Motion Study 7. You place your palm against the canvas. You cannot feel the ripples themselves, though a cool, tingling sensation passes through your hand at first contact.
I'm gone.
I don't really know what I expected. We need some kind of magical jar to hold one of these. Maybe a decanter? Advocate's house, linguist's house, curiosity shop, apothecary. Let's loop up this way and come down.
I'm gone.
Come down through here, like we're actually exploring this town proper. A drunken mage? Oh, hell yeah. Teach me some fucking brew magic. This older man is staring into his stein of ale, misery etched in his features. The battered pewter mug's an unusual one, lightly engraved with strange runes, and bearded faces, and covered with a coat of thin frost. Ooh! Exactly the kind of vessel I was looking for. Greetings, sir. He seems slightly tipsy. Something wrong? He sighs, belches into his hand, and nods next to a pull of ale. Aye, something's wrong, all right. I've gone and lost my apprenticeship. Well, hungover I was and botched my mentor's last experiment. Off of this damned drink. He sneers at the mug in his hand. But in seconds, his expression softens and takes another swig. Ruins everything it does, this damnable drinking of mine. Why don't you, I don't know, stop then?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs and sighs miserably. I cannot. I want to, but I cannot. I just need the drink. I try and stay away, but desire eventually overcomes me and I cannot resist. Such a wreck I've become. He turns back the last of his ale and calls for more. I see. What's that mug you've got there? This? He looks down at the pewter mug. I won this in a dice game. It's enchanted to keep whatever's in it freezing cold. In my case, cheap ale. He frowns, rubs his eyes, takes another swig of his drink. No, I want that though. I want that like really bad. Nemel, I recognize that name. Didn't I interact with you somewhere else? This tall, slender woman, sipping wine from a small ceramic cup, appears to be looking for someone. Her No, this is the person who's supposed to upgrade the decanter for us. Her facial features are elegantly exotic and appear to be the woman's ears, though partially covered by long hair, can be seen to come to sharp points. Greetings. The woman turns to face you, violet eyes flashing like flawless chips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You can hear a faint and musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells as she speaks. Each word lingers in your ears as if they were unwilling to relinquish the exquisite sand. Neville turned to face the dour stranger. She asked what he wished of her. Wow. Ha! Honor sneers at Mort. Stop your drooling, you yelling skull. I would have hopped on a little chit. Stop for attention. I could drool over you too if you're just jealous. Mort starts floating towards Anna, making wet, slavering noises. Get that air's breath closer, skull, and I'll see it than that one of your chattering teeth lies within 100 paces of another. Mort stops abruptly, turning away while muttering unintelligently. You're Namel? I was told you know the command word for this decanter. The woman makes no move to touch or examine the decanter, but only speaks. Namel took it from the stranger, turning it in her hands. Had she seen its like before, she thought? Perhaps. Yes, she remembered now. She returned the decanter, whispering into his ear as he did so.
Updated my journal.
You realize you know the word now. Nil the nosage. Though you're certain the woman never whispered to you, but really said she did. She blinks at you. Would the stranger leave her now, satisfied with what she had told him? Not just yet. Are you looking for someone? Where could she be? Nemel wondered. Her companion, Aelwyn, was supposed to have met her here days ago. The woman sighs miserably. The air around her grows chill with her sadness. How long must she search this vast foreign city before she finds her dearest friend? I can help you find your friend. What does she look like? Nemel clasps her hands together and bows to you. She would be so pleased to hear news of her friend. She told the kind stranger what Aelwyn looked like, so that he would know her should she come across her. An image forms in your mind. A woman who resembles Namel, but with golden eyes and hair of fiery crimson. I'll return if I find her. Farewell. Abel Ponderthought. Is that a name or is that a description? This older man looks somewhat bookish. His clothing and accessories are extremely clean, neat, and well cared for, and he pauses to brush some fleck of dust or lint off them. A symbol resembling a stylized dagger, piercing upwards to a flame, is embroidered upon his tunic. Greetings. The man's eyes pass over you, gleaming as they fix on Mort. Oh, I say, would you look at that? A floating skull. Mort turns behind him. Wait! The man gasps. By the unjust laws of tyranny the merciless! Fucking who? He suddenly covers his mouth and looks at Fall from Grace apologetically. Sorry. The man was a horrible tyrant, now long dead. His name should never be spoken so. 'Tis rather vulgar. My deepest apologies, Lady Grace. I did not mean to offend. She smiles slightly. It is no matter, Abel. I am certain only tyranny would have been offended by the comment, and as you know, his subjects buried him alive more than 3 centuries ago. Yes, you're probably right. Try to get his attention. He turns back to Mort. But behold, a skull, buoyant, levitating off the ground, cognate of its environment, possessing hearing, speaking, and seeing capabilities. He turns to you as if you're suddenly a confidant. This is truly one of the reasons the plane should never become dull to me, sir. Just when you think you've seen everything, the plane shall get another corner to peer around, and... He raises his hands gloriously. Suddenly new, wondrous vistas are open to you. Actually, the talking floating skull thing is quite common. Right up there with self-resurrecting amnesiacs scoring sigil for his lost identities. The man ignores you, looking to Mort instead. I say, Skull, he begins. Mort gasps. Look, behind you! Another floating skull! Let's let Mort have his little fun. The man seems to have forgotten you entirely, instead turning in shock to look for this other floating skull. No! Where? Where I'm pointing? There! Where? I cannot see it. Mort speaks with mock exasperation. You just missed it. A whole parade of them! Probably never happening again in a million revolutions of the Great Ring. He turns and harumphs. I sense you also possess a peculiar degree of mockery. Mort bobs slightly as if struggling. I prefer to refer to it as, keen insights into human nature. Get the man's attention again. He suddenly seems to see you for the first time. The man's eyes widen. By the unjust laws of tyranny, He catches himself looking apologetic. I say, are you all right? You look... He fumbles for the words. Hurt? You mean dead. More dead than the skull somehow. Aye, it hurts to look at them, it does. Odd comment for someone with what looks to be a giant's rat's tail spreading from her bottom. Anna bares her teeth, tail lashing. Is that so, you piking leatherhead? If you wants me and my tail, you just walk out of your sight for good. Would that make you happy, eh? No, Anna, stay. I was only teasing. An eye for an eye. Humph. She smirks at you, but makes no move to leave. Thanks, Anna. And you, sir? I had some questions. The man nods eagerly. Of course, of course. I'm always happy to answer what questions I can, young sir. Do you know of Ravel Puzzlewell? Ravel, if she truly existed, and there was little to prove that she did, was a night hag, one of the inhabitants of the Grey Waste on one of the lower planes, and believed by some to be the worst of the lower planes. As the legend goes, Ravel was mazed several centuries ago. She was believed to be a mistress of many strange magics, and apparently her presence and sigil constitute a threat to the lady. I'm afraid that I know little about her. And some other questions. About you? Me? Certainly. Who are you? My name is Abel Ponderthought. What do you do here? I passed my administrator exam just recently and achieved the status of an A9, a research consultant in the Hall of Records, one of the many aides specializing in such as physical laws and history. I research topics and laws of interest to others. It's quite fascinating, really. What's that symbol embroidered on your tunic mean? Why, it is the symbol of the Fraternity of Order. We're responsible for much of the law-making and running the courts here in Sigil. Many judges, advocates, and clerks are members of our order, and we are pleased to be able to help enforce Sigil's laws and keep things orderly. We make a strident effort to learn all laws, whether they pertain to Sigil, the planes, or the multiverse itself. What's the Fraternity of Order
Updated my
believe?
journal.
The Fraternity of Order believes the multiverse is governed by laws. When one knows all the laws, one will understand the multiverse. That is our goal. By understanding the laws, their limits, we learn to avoid certain laws. If you don't mind me asking, what sort of benefits come along with that? Well, our fraternity allows us to read languages quite easily, and may use some of the rules of the multiverse on occasion to suit our benefits. Alright, good talk. Bartender? No wine, but I had some questions. Man gives you a helpless sort of look. Humblest apologies, sir. I make a policy so drinks nothing more. I should look elsewhere for conversation, I'm afraid. I say you would like a drink, or some bread and cheese, perhaps. No, but I will break into your little tent here.
I'm gone.
Whatever. Whatever, I didn't want any loot anyway. I just wanted to see what sexy wallpaper you had in there. It was a disappointment. It really juzz this place up if you want to see repeat customers.
Done.
Well, why make all these indoor areas then? To under sigil. So over here we got under sigil, and then it's interesting. The lower ward leads to upper sigil, and the clerk's ward leads to lower. You think it'd be the other way around. Seems like a strange irony, does it not? That the clerks lead to the darkness,
All right.
and the rune district leads to what's above. This wrought iron bars use of decoration rather than security measures. Alright, let's go learn about this advocate then. I'm assuming he's like a legal advocate? Maybe he can help us free that one lady from her false accusations. This is a beautiful silver mirror. Solid crystal tank with several fish frozen inside. Oh, I mean, I guess that means you don't have to feed them, but the whole point of having fish is to see them beautifully swim around and enjoy their... whatever. Hello, Mr. Advocate. This man is dressed in soft blue robes covered with intricate designs. Despite their opulence, however, the robes look wrinkled and worn. You place the man's age somewhere between middle age and early 60s. The worry lines make an exact determination difficult. As you enter, the man turns slowly towards you. As he does, you are suddenly struck with a terrible sense that you know this man. Or did at one time. Greetings. The man squints, as if trying to place you. Yes? Is there something I can help you with? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am Aeonus. He studies you and frowns. Were you looking for me? I don't know. What is this place? I'm an advocate. These are my offices. Aeonus' voice is on an irritated edge. Do you seek counsel? If not, you'd better test your curiosity elsewhere.
Updated my
What's
journal.
that? Mort breaks in with a whisper. He's saying he's a lawyer. A counselor. One of those books who rattle their bone boxes at the courts. Aeonus' frown deepens. An advocate provides counsel, helps others to navigate the labyrinths of the labor system. Arranging legacies for citizens to ensure that property is divided as they choose upon death. Defends those in such courts who've been wrongly accused. Do you need help in any of these areas? Legacies. They are contracts that are deliverable on the death of the client. They provide specifics on how a person's possessions will be divided up in the events of their demise. I've also heard them called wills. Are they anything like Dustman contracts? Oh my, no. The Dustman contracts, well, they are deliverable at the time of the client's death. You give the client's body to the Dustman. Not a pleasant business at all. But some of our poor means find the Dustman's contract to be a means of support. How would one go about invalidating a Dustman's
Updated my
contract?
journal.
One that is already signed? Will there nothing be done once the signal's in place? Dustman contract is quite specific on the destination of the corpse after death. Without destruction of the contract, there's really nothing that can be done. I see. Do I owe you anything for this information? I'm not the sort to charge others for giving them aid of this sort. He smiles slightly. I'm an advocate, not a rug merchant, and greed is not permitted to step into my office. Thank you, I'm grateful. Perhaps there's something else you can help with. Forgive me for asking, but are you alright? You must excuse me, as of late I've been beset by troubles. I'm afraid it's been a rather more trying time these last few years. Well, anything that I could help with? No, there is little that can be done. He nods at you. Nevertheless, I appreciate your offer. Thank you. Perhaps talking about those troubles will help you ease that silly old mind of yours. I do not wish to burden you. I lost my daughter not long ago. There was also a fire, but that is another matter. Tell me about your daughter. Instantly, Anna seems to collapse into himself. Yes. His business-like facade drains from his face, to be replaced with cold despair. Oh, hello, Cryptic. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, happy to see you live. Your comments have been really making me smile. My daughter, Dianara, passed away some time ago. Oh, no! He's my stepfather! I mean, we probably weren't married, but... oh, no. This is my ex's dad. I saw a woman by that name interned in the mortuary memorial hall. She had become a ghost and claimed she knew me. What? Aeonus looked flustered. What did you just say? Her spirit now resides in the memorial hall. I spoke with her for a time, and she seems to be in distress. You spoke to her? Aeonus seems to be more confused by the moment. What distresses her? Me, apparently. She said that she loved me and that I had loved her, and that I had forsaken her. I see. Perhaps. He just frowns and studies you. His face becomes like stone. Are you the one she left sigil with? The one who led her on the journey that killed her? I'm not certain. I think I may be that man, but I have forgotten much. You! Aeonus looks you up and down. You are the one! And you say you have forgotten? Aeonus draws himself up. He looks like he's squaring himself for battle. You have forgotten! But the incident was not so long ago. How can this be? I have a strange condition. I lose myself for a time. Anything you can tell me about myself or your daughter would be invaluable. Countless liars have I known in my tenure of this city. Aeonus studies you intently. You do not strike me as one of them. At least on this matter. He sighs. If you truly do not remember, then whatever befell you and my daughter on your journey must have left deep scars. I am inclined to agree. Then I ask your word on this. If your memory returns and you discover what happened to my daughter, return to me so my mind be laid to rest in this matter. I will do that. Very well then. Now leave me alone. I wish to be alone with my thoughts. No, wait, fuck. Greetings, Aeonis. What does he want this time? I could use some counsel. Fuck. I was hoping that he could help me with that lady who owed money. But maybe I have to talk to that Riker fellow first. And then loop back around on this. Tell me about the fire, though. There was nothing much to say on the matter. It was a strange, localized fire. I can't imagine it would have been so precious the documents that were burned. Someone must have wanted them destroyed. Can you tell me what was burned? A number of old legacies were burned. Some mementos and other keepsakes of value old to me. I mourn your loss. I will take my leave. I'm sorry to dredge up bad memories. Maybe I was a little too honest with that guy, but I feel like he deserved to know. Okay, let's hit up the Linguist, the Curiosity Shop. Oh, actually, we have the Decanter upgrade now. Maybe we should go get Ignis. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go get Ignis. Poor guy's been burning there for who knows how long. Matter of course. This giant of a man wears an equally immense suit of ornate red armor. He regards you cautiously, but with fear as you approach him. A booming voice echoes from the great helm. Greetings, citizen! I am Matter of Course, bodyguard to Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. Must excuse me for my duties lie at her side. Okay, so you're the important one in this operation. This older, stern-looking woman is clear on her way somewhere. When she notices your approach, she studies you with a disapproving, tight-lipped frown. Hey, girlie. The woman nods curtly, speaking in a tone cold as ice. Yes, what is it? And watch your words, for I am Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. Oh, that's great information. Thank you, thank you. You're... who? Sibyl stares at you with a faintly disgusted look upon her face. Something troubling about my appearance? I should most certainly think so. Should the Apparel Regulation Act be passed, people of your sort permitted to traipse around in such a matter, half-naked and filthy as you are? I am quite clean, begging your pardon, and... don't disrespect, ma'am. Some cultures might find your clothes offensive. She examines you skeptically for a moment and nods. Your point is rather well taken, sir. Still, though you cannot deny you're a rather rough-looking sort of fellow. My appearance is merely a product of my environment, madam, and a difficult life. I shouldn't be held accountable for that. Oh, but you should! How easy it is to blame one's life, one's surroundings for their failing. I can see by your manners you are well-educated, sir. You insist upon a lifestyle of wandering and senseless violence. Why not settle in Sigil? You're a contributing citizen, rather than some bloody-handed nomad in the streets. The choice is out of my hands, I assure you. Oh, how so? Her coldness melts away into a look of curiosity. Let's tell her our story, or what we know of it at least. You finish telling her your story. She looks quite shocked. That is quite a tale, sir. If only it were a tale, madame. It is my life, and I have the scars to prove it. As you noted when we first met, I believe. Yes, yes, quite so. She smiles slightly. You begin to wonder if she's even capable of such a thing. I wish you luck, sir, in your undertakings. May you find yourself once more. Thanks. I do have some questions. I'm afraid I'm a busy woman, sir. My position is for mental. There's little time to answer your questions. Certain nurses can help you, however. Okay. That's way better. And I can... okay, hold on. I can move people around, but, like, how? Oh, I can't move myself, though. Damn it. That's the one that's most important. I really want to move myself to the back so I can do wizard shit from the back. Damn it. But I guess if I'm, like, interacting with stuff, I kind of need to be at the front. And I guess it doesn't really matter if I go down as much. Let's go get our boy.
All right.
I'm no, Niku. That sounds like it's gonna add to some very exciting events. Especially while you're still unpunched. Alright. Ignosti. This cackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire from a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing it to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. I wonder if this itty-bitty decanter will do something. You tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. A small stream of ice blue water pours from the decanter and touches the flames of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to this challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling onto the grill and shattering. Why the hells? Hissing billows out steam, and a furious crackling noise rushes away from the grill, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There is a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound, like 100 buildings burning. People screaming, their screams being cut short by the roar of flames and melting flesh. Ignis is hot, literally. Oh, it's steaming in here. Cover your ears and block out the sound. As you begin to put your hands over your ears to block out the sound, you feel a stickiness on your hands, like hot cheese or candle wax. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back and see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swirls. You're about to run from the bar, anything to get away from that sound. But suddenly all falls silent, except for a jagged crackling coming from the grill. You turn. On the grill lies the decanter of endless water. Now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flames still trailing from its body, floating over the bar's floor. It is staring at you, its eyes flickering like two torches. I know you. The creature's face splits, charred flesh peeling away from its jaws so that it might speak. Yes. Its voice crackles, burns, roars through the creature's chest, and with every word, flakes of cinder and ash spit from its mouth and drift into the air. You can barely stand to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold. Ignis.
Yes, long have I slept, dreams of flames. I am yours, till death comes for us both.
The creature floats towards you, the air is bending from thermals surrounding it. As if in response, flames curl within Ignis's throat, and a tongue of flame strings from behind his blackened teeth. We shall see.
So, Grace, you, have any sisters?
Mort, is this the time? Is this the time, my boy?
Give me a moment to be delirious with joy.
Mort, her sisters would be succubi, and probably not the chill kind that she is. Give me a moment to be delirious with joy. Sorry, I had to look up really quick. When a certain book series got its first book, them mentioning thermals just makes me feel like, oh god. Wait, he's just in the party now? No conversation? No.
Yes.
Flames curl around Ignis's throat. A tongue of flame steams from his blackened teeth. Ignis, what happened to make you this way? This way? A small pocket of flesh on his cheek pops and runs into a steaming trickle down his jaw. This way. Ignis always was. But you look human. At least you look like you were human once. He twists, hunching his head forward as his body spins slowly above the ground. The effect is much like a fiery wormland, thermal streaming off his body and distorting the air around him. Still Ignis. Always Ignis. Never mind, I had some other question. As you open your mouth to speak, he suddenly whirls at you. You're forced to choke back your words as the heat from his frame floods over you. Ignis might you be. Sparks in bodies always seeking to rise. Oh, okay, this is spontaneous human combustion, huh? Sparks and bodies? What do you mean? All things burn inside. Ignis's head cranes back and throws his arms wide, spirals of flame and heat traveling up his arms. Only need to be kindled with the flames to become Ignis. So you might have been Ignis. Actually, if you end up trying to kindle the flames of people, you usually end up killing them. So, you're saying that everyone's going to become like you with the right spark? Yes. Ignis grins, cocking his head to one side. Ashes falling from his skull and being swept up in the flaming wreath that surrounds him. Good talk, good talk. Hiss! Your heart jumps as Ignis soars 12 feet into the air, and his jaws tear open, fiery trails spinning forth like a nest of snakes. No more talk and questions. Silence. But I wish to speak of flames, Ignis, and of burning. Your words are like oil, and you watch them fill Ignis's eyes, fanning flames you see there. Ignis, your mastery of the art. Can you teach me any of your powers? Ignis once knew much, no longer. Ignis burns in suffering. Ignis learns. A tiny flame gusts from his mouth like a laughter, and a stream of envy spits forth. Suffer. Learn. I am willing to suffer for such knowledge. As you are about to speak the words, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull. You are suddenly struck with the certainty that the knowledge Ignis's teach may permanently scar you. But you don't know how you know this. I am willing to suffer for such knowledge. Suffer. Flames flicker eagerly upon the edge of Ignis's mouth, spiraling along the melted rune of his face. Burn. Pieces of self are burned away. Ignis may still teach much. I wish to learn. Where flames once burned, one may send them again. Before you can react, Ignis's claw lashes out and clutches your fingers, and with a greedy hiss, he burns it. And through the searing pain, you close your eyes and scream. You force your eyes open to see the burning mass of your hand from where Ignis touched it. He floats above, uncaring, cradling your finger, and snaps the tip off, leaving just the base. He hisses, cinders and ash drifting from his mouth, and he flicks the charred remains of your finger back to you. What did you do?
Updated my journal.
Teachings. Ignis cackles, the sound now strangely painful to your ears. To learn, one must suffer. I want to learn more. Suffer? The flames flick eagerly and the edges of his mouth spiraling up to the room's face. Burn. Oh, maybe I have to have higher constitution to learn more of this. Like how I had to have wisdom to learn stuff from Dakan. Maybe I need to be able to fucking face tank this pain to learn things from Ignis. What are you doing in this smoldering corpse bar? Ignis knew nothing of flames, that small fires, tiny flames, tiny flickering, small bits of flame. The fires grew. His set fires in the streets, lit the fires of anger in their hearts. You speak what Ignis doesn't hear. You see somewhere else, really remember those words. Against your will, you stop and listen. They sought to punish Ignis, the small flies from the hive. They wish to see Ignis burn after Ignis sets fire to their streets. Tiny magelings, hedge wizards, runecasters, tiny sparks of magic to punish Ignis for hurting their loved ones. They sentenced Ignis to burn, made Ignis a torch, a spitting flame, burning. It was justice, they said. Just you watch, mesmerized, Ignis begins slowly turning again, as he did above the grill and the smoldering corpse. But it was not a sentence. There's so much flames and pain, and there is no pain. There is light and heat, and the flesh runs as tallow across my bones. For the first time, Ignis is please. Okay, this guy is batshit crazy. I feel like he's gonna burn down like the first orphanage we walk by. Oh god, Ignis stops his rotation and his gaze falls upon you, just to see the fire burn. As it does, the fire in his eyes flare and a charred grin splits his features, the flesh crackling and bubbling as it melts and streams across his face. Ignis wears the face of all hell's flames. His next words are spoken like a death sentence. Not only for you, but for everyone, everywhere. When the plains burns and all life is torches, then Ignis shall be the last. Be at peace. Alright, well, I'm gonna go now. Whatever you taught me, great. Oh, he's got a missile attack. Ignis is chill. You know what I mean. Yo, finally someone with a ranged option. Let's go. I didn't think we were gonna get like a bow the whole game through. I mean, I guess we still don't have one. Ignis's charm. Allow the user to copy Seeking Flames into the spellbook. This is your charred right index finger. The tip has been snapped off, and the flesh that once surrounded the bone has been turned to ash. It was but a touch from Ignis. It was enough to leave lingering, blackened scars on your hand. To make matters worse, you notice that your flesh has healed slowly and poorly from the wound. If Ignis were to attack you in a rage, you might be able to muster enough heat and flames that recovering would be difficult. Perhaps even destroy you? The thought doesn't please you. Cool, we just added the only guy who could end our existence to the party. Great. Let's check out a little bit of his spellbook, shall we? He's got Seeking Flames, he's got Tongue of Flames, he's got Terror, he's got Orb. So this is what we just learned from him. As the maintainer of life, fire is a true blessing. Yet as it warms, it also burns. While it is a blessing, it is also a curse. Its scorching flame distracts and weakens all enemies who succumb to its effects. The Seeking Flame grants all enemy targets in a 50-foot radius a -1 to attacks and -1 to their saving throws for 30 seconds. Okay, so it's like the opposite of that move Dakan has. Dakan is that AoE that gives us all a bunch of +1s, and now Ignis is an AoE that gives all the enemies a -1. So if we pop both at the same time, it gives one to both and creates like a range of 2. There is one Archer band, but they're pretty easy to miss and honestly aren't that great. Oh, interesting. Oh, so there is more than 6, so I'm gonna have to start making choices at some point, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I feel like I can learn most of what Dakan and Ignis can do, so I guess I could take them from the party eventually, and I feel like we have to keep Falls from Grace in the party, because she's the only cleric I seem to have access to. We need a Gnaw in the party to do lockpicking stuff. And then I like Mort's Litany of Curses a lot, even if I don't use it that often. It's pretty clutch for boss fights. So I think Dakan and Ignis are my biggest, are my best chances of a cut to the party. Tongues of Flame. The flame scorches and burns. Its hatred arcs and swirls as it strikes the enemy without error. This spell summons a missile of flame that strikes its target for 2 to 5 points of fire damage with no saving throw possible. Oh, so it's magic missile, but fire. So it's literally just a fire damage version of magic missile instead of force. Okay. That's pretty cool. I feel like fire is the most resistant element, though, in most editions of D&D. Just because most, like, fiends and demons and stuff resist it. but neat. Agnes's Terror. Terror exists in many forms with the multiverse. This incantation calls on one of the most basic universal forms of fire, the fire of destruction, to destroy courage and strike fear into all adversaries. The spell causes all non-undead creatures in a 30-foot radius to flee in terror from the area. They fail their saving throw at a -1 penalty. Wait, so it's fear, but with like an extra bonus. Yeah, so it's the same spell, but it's got like some built-in resistance. It's got some... Neat. Infernal Orb. A spear of fiery red is called upon to weaken and slow the enemy. Caster summons a large magical orb of fire, which can then be hurled at the target using the caster's normal attack roll. The caster gains a +3 to hit bonus to his attack roll. The orb does 1 to 6 points of damage and inflicts a -1 penalty on enemy strength and dexterity for 10 seconds. Devils are usually immune to fire and demons very resistant, yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. I guess he'll be pretty good against undead that we can just burn down to a stub. Which seem to be one of the most frequent enemy types in the game, but I feel like as we do more planeswalking, we're gonna start seeing more infernal creatures. So far we've just kind of been hanging out in Sigil, but I don't know if I think that'll continue to be the case. Oh my god, our boy has 4th level spells? What level are you? He comes at level 7? Damn, bro. Oh my god, 20 Constitution? My man's a tank mage. Although, arguably, I'm the tankiest I ever was now that I'm a mage. I went from having like an AC of 4 as a warrior to having an AC of 0 as a mage, just thanks to my better itemization. It's kind of a funny. Fiery Rain. Streams of fiery rain strike down upon the target, burning and crushing it into submission. The caster chooses any single target within range, then a stream of fiery meteors rains down and strikes the target and surrounding area. 1 meteor for each level of experience to a maximum of 10. Each missile does 1 to 2 points of blight damage and 1 to 4 of fire. Anyone within 3 feet takes 1 point of fire damage as well. So he currently drops 7 missiles, which is going to be 14 to 42 damage. Okay. Infernal Shield. When the Greater Destroyer is halted by this mystical barrier, when cast, all fire effects are absorbed and altered into healing energies. Works on the caster only. Oh. Cool, so if we're fighting a fire enemy, he casts this and he starts healing off their attacks. I feel like that's a niche ability. We should probably just run 2 Fiery Rain until we like encounter a situation where we wanna. Elemental Strike. Globs of elemental force fly and explode upon impact. Those in range caught in the blast as well. Like Magic Missile, this spell creates a mystical globe of elemental energy, which has to hit its target for 2 to 8 points of damage, regardless of saving throw. It then explodes with a concussive blast, does 1 point of damage per level of the caster within 3 feet. If a saving throw is made, and the successive damage is negated. The wizard creates 1 missile at 7th level, an additional missile every 3rd level after 7th, for a maximum of 7 missiles. Wait. Every 3rd level after 7th. And for 6 more, so that's 18. So I'd be level 25 to get all the bonuses from this? Huh. I guess AD&D goes past 20. Who knew? Probably lots of people. Oh, shit. She's got other options here that we're not using. Curse. Detect Evil. Halo of Lesser Revelation. Lines of priest enemies with halos of light make them easier to see and be hit. Oh, it's Fairy Fire. Yeah, let's get rid of a Cure Light Wounds for Fairy Fire. That seems pretty fucking good. And then Flame Walk. I remember to know what respect who I'm playing. I love people that you look familiar. You sound familiar when I meet them. You should have read the manga, Niku. You always gotta start with the Speak with dead? Wait. There was a guy in the tomb. Where was he? Where was that body in the tomb? Where was that fuck prayer? We don't pray here. We worship no gods. Oh my god, our girl knows speak with dead? That changes everything. Speak with the dead!
I'm gone.
Oh, hey Drusilla, I saved your boy. As you approach the woman to talk to her, Ignis's eyes flare up, and before you can stop him, he embraces her. She returns his embrace, losing herself in the flames. She does not cry out. Your last glimpse of her has burned your memory. His eyes are full of fiery passion and all-engulfing love. Nothing was left of her. Not even ashes. That was thorough, Ignis, and hasty. I want to speak to her. Well, that wasn't the romantic reunion I was hoping for. Okay, well, I guess it was like a little romantic, but that was just so sudden. Not even any gratitude, not even any reward. Oh. His eyes just fucking flashed in the portrait. Like a fucking car headlight when you lock the door. Just like blink, blink.
Done.
Okay. And the party's officially full. We got all 6 slots filled out. I don't know exactly how I feel about... Okay, let's get Dakan in the front. We'll have these 3 in the back. Yeah, this feels right. She's in the side so she can flank around Mort. I'll switch these 2 around, though. Yeah, because he has a ranged attack. She still has a melee attack, so she wants to flank around Dakan. Alright, back to the Cleric's Ward. Although, now that we have Speak to Dead, though, maybe we should go back to... Yeah.
I'm gone.
There was a tomb where there was a dead body that we couldn't interact with. But now that we have Speak with Dead, we should have an option to commune. To understand. Although we have to rest first, so let's go visit old Martha real quick. Get our spell slits back. Hello, old Martha. Long time no see. I'm sorry to darken your doors, but you must rest here.
I'm gone.
And
all
now
right.
to the depths we go. I didn't even think to check our girl's spells before. What am I even doing with my life? Hey, buddy. Bar, old friend. I got a ranged attack now, so I'd really not fuck with me.
I'm gone.
Remember when these things used to threaten us?
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
Oh my god, look how far back you can do that attack from. That's crazy. Okay, I don't think it was the Crypt of the Embraced, but maybe. This is the one where all the ghouls spawned, right? This is the one with all the bats. Yeah, okay.
I'm
perfect.
gone.
Yes.
This lady.
What did you
Spells.
wish?
Speak with dead.
Done.
This is the corpse of a man with a surprised look on his beaked-nosed face. It's hard to tell how he died, whether from the numerous horrific slashing wounds across abdomen and throat, or from the blood loss incurred when the right arms are severed from his shoulder. Grace you have with it, vulture. You had none of the sense of the powers to give when you're dead, and you're so rotten gone. May no power of death take pity on your fly-blown carcass. Thrice glad am I. Thrice glad of your mum that you rot down here. 'Tis a pity you cannot speak that tell your demise.
Updated my journal.
This is the corpse of a man with a surprised look on his weak-nosed face. Sartelli died, whether from the numerous horrific slashing wounds across abdomen and throat, or from the blood loss incurred when his right arm was nearly severed from his shoulder. As the corpse replies to you, its voice rattles in his throat. No! No! Beast! Must run! Why do I feel so numb? Am I drunk? Can't I feel me hands? Me legs? What? Last thing I remember was being pushed in here. The boy's being slashed by some big piking thing. Who are you? Eh? Who in the nine hells are you? Show yourself! Ah, by the hairy Arsapan himself. I'm dead, ain't I? I'm afraid so. Can you answer me some questions? Always knew it'd come down to this. Tell me, Cutter. Am I still in the catacombs? Yup. The corpse's voice is bitter. Figures. Aye, it does. Do them a good turn, they'll do nothing for you. Right. Just wanted to ask some questions. The corpse lets loose a gusty sigh. What did you want to know, Burke? What happened to you? Me and me boys had just popped this crypt. It was harder than picking a chastity belt, I'm telling you. You got lots of experience with that, do you? What, your girl putting you in the cage and then forgetting about you? After tearing and prying at the door for a little past eternity, got in here. And we're looking at the opening of the main crypt with me blood started shouting, and this thing slashes me and dumps me into this crypt. I'm fighting it, and I hear them start running. Me blood's what happened to them. Where be Bert? Loading. They make it, or are they in the dead book? I actually don't know. Aye, well, let's hope they didn't. Filthy running pikers. What can you tell me about the catacombs? There's Miss Stomping Grounds. It's alright crypts down here, and you're untouched by anyone in over. He pauses. Well, a lot of years by my reckoning. Me and the boys have cracked a lot of crypts down here. We just got into this one when the problem happened. What happened? I don't know. I had some other questions. Tell me about yourself. Gris the Vulture. They called me that on account of being able to smell out crypts and snatch the best loot before anyone else knew it was there. Most of my time picking at dead bodies. And nudges the corpse with their toe and turns to you. You know why they call him Gris the Vulture, don't you? It's because he just got a large beak on him. His nose was always walking a few feet ahead of him. Gris, eh? Well, the other villagers know he's dead. Well, I'm friggin' dead, it looks like. Give him my worst regards, then. The blighters are already probably picking through my stash and scrounging my corpse. Your stash? Aye, had a little bit tucked away near me kip. A little bit of that weed and crusty blighter fare, I didn't know about it. To the right of that Ojo's place, if I remember correctly. Alright, shit. A little bit of loot to go find.
Done.
I was torn there for a second, delivering the voice acting, whether to respect artistic intent or to play it safe with the changing of the times. Okay, so to the right of Ojo's place. I did not check out Farod's body after his cutscene. This is my first time back down here since. To the right, so like facing the door to the right, or like it's this house down here, the unmarked.
Done.
Alright, $5. Hey, do you know a thing or two about, save me a book, you'll not be harmed. Calm down, I just wanted to know who you are. Who am I? Might as well ask for a grain of sand. Name's Cutter, because it's about as important as I am. Who are you? Sounds like a viewpoint. What are you doing? What are you afraid of? Make sure you're not one of them creatures what tore Farod apart. Farod's dead? Aye, there was creatures in night and darkness, creatures in unlight that the cold way through here and disappeared into Farod's court. Echoes of the scream still linger. Okay. You got something to say about that, Anna?
All right. I'm gone. Done.
Oh my god, there are so many just unmarked houses in here.
All right. I'm gone. I'm gone.
I mean, whatever, we can sell this stuff.
All right.
You know, we could probably handle those guys in the teleport point at Ragpicker Square now, too. Alright. We're gonna sell some stuff here, and then we'll go see what's happening with Farod. I mean, we know what happened with Farod, but... maybe we can get something out of all the trouble. Should I just sell this? I'm never gonna be fucking lawful good, I don't think. But I'm gonna hold out hope that maybe we eventually get a party member who is, I guess.
All right.
Maybe find some paladin somewhere.
All right.
Hey, nah, sorry, you gotta see this. What happened? Who did this to you? Bandages, dirty rat, bronze sphere, crutch. I'm not taking his rags, though. And, nah, do you need to talk about
What
this?
you want then?
Nah, do you know how Farod died? I don't know. No, with half a mind would. Farod's got a long shadow, he does. You cross him, you end up getting the stick you will. You don't have to accompany me anymore, nah. If you need to stay with the buried village, Nay. Nah, interrupts you. I don't need to be in the village. I was wondering what I'd do if Farod got pinned in the dead book I was. Oh, well, he's probably mounting someone's wall in the hells he is. But he's your father, don't you? He's not me real da, he wasn't. Her eyes take on a hard look. He was greedy, and he was stupid, and he was selfish, and he was weak. She frowns. And now he's dead. And that's all. Well, right then, let's fucking move on. The little things we tell ourselves to keep going, huh? I mean, we gotta know what this crutch does. It's probably a fucking sick wizard weapon. Kinda sucks to blow this for one item, but... we got so many of them in the bank that who cares? Farod's Crutch. A 2 to 7 crushing damage, specifically not usable by mages. It's a fucking staff! What do you mean? Not usable by mages. This rickety wooden staff has a crosspiece nailed across the top. The crosspiece is wrapped in rags, presumably keep the damn thing from jamming too sharply into Farod's armpit when he leans on it. Probably fucking smells, too. The crutch, not surprisingly, smells terrible, and every inch is covered in dirt, sewage, and various unidentifiable stains. Something about this crutch makes you wonder. Despite its fragile appearance, it has held up rather well. You even test your weight on it, and holds you up without so much as creaking. Considering Farod's scavenging nature, the crutch may have some value beyond its surface appearance for him. It might even be usable as a weapon. But, like, specifically not to mages, because fuck me, I guess. Didn't I sell this? Whatever, do it in my inventory. Ugh. If I ever become a rogue or a fighter again, though, this will be a pretty good weapon. I'm probably just gonna sell this one. We'll hold on to it for a little bit, though. Oh, wait, she did. A portal key to his loot stash. Okay, is there anything in here that looks like a doorway? Can I, like, walk under the hand, or...? Because he only ever stayed in here, right? So the portal would have to be in here if it was a portal key. And the portals are always like an archway or a... As you approach the archway, it begins to shimmer faintly. You notice that Farrod's crutch emits a similar glow. Ooh, found old Verod's vault. It smells in there. Looks like it was once a gallows pole. Now only a lantern hangs from it. This lantern is a soft yellow radiance. It doesn't flicker like the torch of a candle flame. This is a big-ass vault, Farrod. What kind of stuff you got stowed away in here, my man? It's a graphic go the long way around to find out. The edges of these shelves used to be covered with symbols, but they faded away. Perhaps this was once a library? Oh, hell yeah. We're here to get our learning on. I'm very glad you were here to remind me of that, because I would have wandered right on out of here. Scroll of Chromatic Orb. I can teach that to Dakan, I guess. Scroll of Magic Missiles. More for Dakan. Cool, cool, cool. Healing items. We love that for ourselves. Oh my god, let me in. Okay, there's nothing in there. I'm just tripping myself out for no reason. Cheese! This is a piece of cheese. Clearly the most important item in the game. Dakan. Dakan. Ooh. An Abishai Bloodfly Charms. Bloodflies are pet. Okay, so these are the guys that drink blood, and depending on the blood they drink, they become more powerful. So this one drank the blood of an Abishai. Cool. We'll give that to you. We'll give this to you. Who's using blood charms? Okay, interesting. Sure, Ignis, why not? Give the bandages to our girly pop. Give this over to Dakan. Copy spell. Copy spell. Now cheese is on the menu. These alcoves name books, books, and more books. They're all indexed and placed in order upon the shelves. These beams look centuries old and look as hard as stone. These alcoves name books, books, and more books. Swarm Curse. $45. I just bought most of these damn spells.
All right.
Come on, this is your vault, man. It can't just be a bunch of scrolls. Where's the good stuff, you know? Where are the weapons? Where are the weird wizard drugs? Ooh, embalming fluid. Yes, please. Send this over to her. Send this over to Morte. I think Mort can use it, right? Yeah. Heavens forbids he needs the armor class more than we do.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. No, you're going. Going. Now you're gone. Some books, books, and more books. Ooh, magic item. Yes, please. Oh my god, there's like a pixel to click here. A glass eye! Ooh. We're getting some options. You know, I was thinking my regular eye of flesh was getting a little boring. We had to shake things up a little bit somehow. Alright. Looks like we're just about done stumbling through the vault, huh? Am I still under the effect of... No. You notice an enclosed space in the walkway with shimmer. Once again, done.
Done.
Nice. Just a nice little loop. +1 to armor class against missile attacks, -1 against crushing attacks, 10% to trap skills, Thaco +1. Oh, this makes it easier for me to hit enemies, so it's gonna actually hurt my armor class against crushing. Which sucks, because I'm at 0 AC, so like I'm hurting myself for no reason, like the other, but the bonus to armor class won't help, but the +1 Thaco might be worth it. Because that'll make it easier for me to hit enemies. At first glance, this glass eye seems a poor replacement for a real one. However, when certain empty eye its socket facing forwards, its power awakens. Though the eye dulls the wearers to colors and sights, it increases awareness of angles and shapes, giving greater accuracy with weapons and giving him a greater chance of dodging from missile attacks. Furthermore, mechanical traps stand out to the wearer's vision, making it easier to spot and disarm them. User becomes more vulnerable to crushing attacks, however, so the fragility of glass eyes can be transferred to its wearer. +2 to armor class, +2 to armor class versus piercing attacks. This earring has been made from the hardened shell of a segmented larva-like creature. The shell has been treated with some sort of glazed finish that makes it look disturbingly alive. The wire that hooks to the ears looks like it's part of the larva itself. Perhaps it's a stinger or antenna. To activate the earring's power, the stinger must prick his thumb with the stinger, allowing it to bond with its new owner. When awakened, this earring helps protect the wearer from attacks, giving the wearer's skin the same strength and durability of the larva's shell. Okay. We will give this to... Damn, girl. Mort can't wear earrings. Dakan can't wear earrings? What, is it fucking not allowed in the prescripts? The fuck do you mean? He's got big ol' ears. You can wear like 6 earrings per ear. Okay. I guess this is for her then. It makes sense. It's her Dawes earring. She should have it. I like how she gets 2 earring slots, but I only get 1 because my damn eye is in the way. Her chastity bodice? Fall from Grace's bodice made from the tanned hide of some creature. Despite its prim proper appearance, it is little to attract from Grace's sensuality. Plus, its known powers when some minor enchantments when becoming dirty and repairs minor tears in the fabric. Oh, so what? You can't rip the crotch open and go... Okay, okay. Let's calm down a bit. Jesus fuck. Alright, I just need a chest slot equipment for myself, and I got full gear. Should I keep my old eyeball to swap with the glass eye, or... should I just toss this on the floor? You know, we'll hold on to it for now. We're not that desperate for inventory that we'll throw our own flesh away. We'll save that for if we knock one of these girls up. I don't know. They're both really charming in their own way. I'm leaning slightly towards Ana right now. I like... my ideal relationship is two tops fighting for who gets to be in charge, and that's the vibe I get with a Nah. We're both just relentlessly bullying each other, trying to come out on top, and I think that's pretty fucking hot. But then again, though,
I'm gone.
Falls from Grace is an educated woman. She owns her own business. She has a bunch of students who respect her. It's very attractive, too. See, I have too much love to give to settle for anyone. Yeah, Anah's winning out for me a little bit. If I gotta make a choice, it's probably Team Anah.
What you be wanting to know? Yes, I.
Done.
She just got that fire in her, you know? Stuff that only comes from the hells. Let's go pick a fight. We could probably bully the shit out of these guys now that kicked our ass so long ago. It's time for a revenge match. Last time they outnumbered us 3-2. This time it's the 6-3, baby. I'm not sure of much, but I'm sure that Anah and Grace would never share. Okay, but that's like Anah's one-sided rivalry, though. Ooh, hello. Revenge!
You see that?
Ready.
Green steel knife. 1-4 piercing, 1-3 slashing, 1-6 piercing. Be gone. Adder's Kiss. It is said the Adder's Kiss can scald even the most fearsome of fiends. The smell calls forth an acidic bolt to shower an opponent with its vile green acid. The caster is skilled enough, the Adder's Kiss lingers at the initial strike, continuing to sink into your opponent's skin with its acidic teeth. When cast, the caster chooses any target within 150 feet, and the Adder's Kiss will strike for 2 to 8 points of acid damage. For every 3 levels of the caster, it lasts for 5 seconds longer, inflicting another 2 to 8 points of damage every 5 seconds. Oh, shit. Okay, so currently then, this would proc 3 times. So this would do 6 to 24 damage with a 2nd level spell slot. That seems crazy. Yes, please. Let's grab Axe of Torment. Let's cut... Blood Bridge is, like, specifically useful on Nameless. Maybe I should have taught this to someone else. Because, like, the fact that I regenerate and I can share my health pool with people... so currently this would be 8 hit points. It's not as good as just healing with items, I don't think. I want to do damage.
Done.
So how do I use this fancy portal key? Crush the bead. Oh, no, that's nice of us to make sure that no one else can stumble in there. Very thoughtful, Nameless. Alright, back to the Clerk's Ward. That was a little bit of a diversion, but we got an important new spell to check out. And hey, heading to Farod's house was very beneficial to us as well. So I have to go to Montague first. Oh, don't we have this guy's diary? Oh, hey Shadows, what's up?
By Bite's not working on this time. That bite's not working.
This thing will not burn.
Please lend me strength. There is daggers not working in this.
This thing.
There is daggers not working in this thing.
It's pretty cool how she auto does the healing spells. Although it might lead her to using them at inopportune times. Anyone interested on the way down? I mean, I'm always interested in a harlot, but not quite what I was talking about. Phenom!
I hear your words.
I don't know why I have your diary, but I do. Greetings! This short, scholarly man, a tight, nervous frown on his face, looks you up and down. Greetings, I am Phenom. I must beg your pardon, sir, but I care little for guests, invited or otherwise. So as you have business with me, I would ask you to leave. I have some questions. I would have you know that I'm a scholar and a linguist, sir. If I entertain questions which regard my field of study, language and the like, I can be no help in other matters. I mean, alright, if you don't want your book back, that's fine. Nah, you want to take care of this for us?
Might as well. Got it.
All right.
You disappoint me. I would love to give you your book back, bro. Really would. Okay. You know, I tried. Best I can hope for. Maybe we'll get like a quest later that'll require us to like learn a new language, and then we'll go and ask him, and he'll be like, "Oh, well, I was studying that language, but it seems I lost my book." And then it'll all come full circle. You know, I am pretty curious. God damn. Blue ladies, what are we on Pandora? Usual set of forge tools. Though their handles look to be made of carved bone, they are heavier than iron. Shelves full of mugs, plates, books, decanters, candle holders, and bric-a-brac. Most sort of strange metals or minerals, and many books appear to be bound in flesh. Empty book holder, a set of invisible books. 3 orbs resemble nothing so much as large colored pearls. They tremble slightly or touch and give off a faint warmth. Several very large teeth. A dozen smaller ones lie stacked on the shelf above them.
Done.
These swords are beautifully worked with delicate engravings and inscriptions. They are merely decorations, however, unsuitable for use in combat. Massive battle standard looks to be made of some scaled creature's hide. Its sight stirs up faint memories. May not have seen this particular one before, but others like it, perhaps. Oh, back from my general days? When I was riding on some strange beast? Hello, Vrishika. This sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive, though somewhat disturbing, with her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes. As she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfold from her back, then seem to settle back into her skin. Well, well. A floating, disembodied, prevaricating skull, and fall from grace. Or whatever it is you call yourself now. Truly a pleasure to see you here. What do I owe the honor of your visit? I thought that you rarely trafficked among our kind anymore. She glances at you for a moment with some faint sneer. Or is your assignment here almost finished? I do not know what assignment you are referring to, Vrishika, though your presence here brings with it many questions. Last I heard, you were a standard bearer for the Company of Vulture. How did you come to Sigil? She replies curtly, firing the question back like an arrow. By choice, and you? Where will your orders take you next? She suddenly turns to you. You see, little man. Vrishka smiles, as if savoring the words. Vrishka. Oh my god, Vriska is definitely not the name. Although, this girl does seem a little spider-like in a lot of ways. The best temptress is one that can make you buy into the illusion of being both promiscuous yet virtuous at the same time. A prostitute priestess, as it were. Mistress Grace is among the greatest. She turns to fall from grace. Are you not? You would not think that a score or 1,000 years of slavery had left their scars, no? Falls from grace speaks with a coldness you never heard before. The air almost becomes ice as she dissects Vrishika with her gaze. That is enough. Very well. Though you are the ones who came into my emporium. Vrishika looks to you. She narrows her eyes. You're the scarred man who's been going around asking all the questions. She looks you up and down. You sure look lost. Did you want to come in, really? Or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because Vrishika, she indicates herself, can help you. And how exactly can you help me? I travel and trade extensively. I hear a great deal. I purchase a great deal, and I own a great deal. Perhaps I can make you a great deal. Is there anything you desire? Only the answers to some questions. I'll entertain any questions about the merchandise, but I'm not going to be drawn into one of your famous 20 questions about anything around the spire. Understood? What are you, Vrishika? Vrishika sighs loudly. I'm an Alu fiend, a half-demon. My mother was a Tannery, a fiend, and my father was a great king of mortals. Such a rude question. But then, you're rather rude-looking yourself, aren't you? What did you mean when you called Mort prevaricating? Prevaricating, misrepresenting, perjuring, dissimulating, lying. Oh, did I say that? I meant a floating, disembodied, pontificating skull. As in dogmatic. Always stating an opinion in a self-important manner. You seem to know a lot about my boy Mort. You and Fall from Grace seem to care little for one another. Oh, that Batazu camp follower who's made her home in Sigil. Curious, no? But then what better place to train her agents than that little brothel of hers? Well, I camp follower. Ever since her mother sold her into slavery, she's been a plaything of the plains for many a century. She claims that she was able to free herself from her chains, but you may give that word as much credence as you would give the word of any other Tanari bitch. She smiles slightly. Myself excluded, of course. It is the truth. Truth! Truth! One does not win free of Batazu contracts. Good thing you trust Mort completely and blindly. Bitch cloaked in human skin. You speak lies, and all the Tannerai hordes know it. From the lowest legions to the other comfort-suckling succubi as they cavort across the plains. Fall from Grace was but a Batsaru slave from the moment she was born, and so she shall always be. You still are an indentured plaything of the Batazu, to be tortured and commanded as they see fit. She sneers. You even behave as they do. One may win free of Batsu contracts if one is wary of the wording. If one realizes the Batsu are beholden to keep their own word. Must they beware of any meaning they may have twisted into their end? And I am well versed in language and the subtleties. Even so, it was not an easy matter. Enough! Do not care to hear you speak your lies in my presence. Fall from Grace maintains her flawless composure and simply nods. Though when you catch her eye, she gives you a slightly exasperated look and smiles. What was he said about training her agents? Yes, they are her eyes and ears in the city of Sigil across the plains. What they do not see or hear, they may coerce from another man that is seen and heard. And who could think humans capable of such deception and trickery? Oh, Grace is indeed a clever one. Not as clever as her mother, perhaps, but clever nonetheless. That is not the purpose of my establishment. Oh, but of course not. Did I dare suggest such a thing? Perhaps just let the man judge for himself. Vrishika turns to you, eyes blazing. Do you not wonder, little man? Does the method of reason and curiosity ever enter your mind in this matter? Does the arrangement with the brothel seem strange to you? Vrishika goes on before you can answer. Occam's razor can leave a scar, but it can remove the deeper ailments so often caused by poison of liars and imaginers. And now here she is, traveling with you, most curious. Why would someone, a proprietor of such an establishment, leave it for any reason? And for a man that she barely knows? Questions, questions. The answer may be painful indeed. Hey, I did a lot of work to recruit her. He's well aware of why I traveled with Vrishika, when he asked me to do so. Oh, I'm certain he did ask. What man could resist? You tell me about this place? Examine weapons and charms are my more exotic acquisitions. Oh, she also has a tier of... So if I was lawful good, I could get a free +2 to my constitution? Motherfucker. Jesus Christ, what? 4 to 14 crushing damage, +1, +2 to Thaco, and 1 to 6 acid damage. Research reveals this is a formidable weapon indeed. Far superior to a normal sledgehammer, this weapon is Warhammer, also called the Hammer of Comminution. Delivers a devastating strike, not only inflicts crushing damage, but also fractures any surface of contact, whether bone, metal, or wood, inflicting extra damage. If the victim survives, also softens them up for the next attack. This hammer was used extensively by Enoch, a Doomguard priest in 14 EU, a philosopher who's prone to violent mood swings while debating theology. He was known to express the virtues of the hammer as a means of furthering the decay of dead matter. Whether or not he was struck with the hammer, dead or alive, before the blow was open to debate. Teeth of the Fire Drake. Oh, more weapons! More weapons! 1 to 6 slashing damage, +1, 3 to 8 fire damage, makes him immune to fire. These teeth look more like lumps of charred bone than actual teeth. Although their origin is unknown, it can be deduced they were taken from some fire-breathing creature. Using the teeth grants the wearer certain benefits normally possessed by such creatures. This is the same eye I'm already wearing. I'm glad I found the vault first and didn't waste money on it. Oh my god, I want these bad. 6,000. Hey, the other shop was buying this for 1,600. Why is she only buying it for 1,200? Rude. Magnifying lens, +10 to lore, -2 to damage, Thaco -2 to missile weapons. Usable only by Modrons, those robot guys? Can I get one of those robot guys as a party member? Huh. So this makes him able to, like, study items for me, but makes his missile weapons weaker. This makes his missile weapons stronger. Ooh, Cloud Kill. Dread Bond. Immunity to panic, +1 strength, used only by fighters and living creatures. So I'd have to give this to Dakon or Ana. Immunity to panic and bonus to strength is interesting. Thieves, not really interested. Summons Trellons. Not usable by mages. Cool. These ashes are all that remain of a school of illusionists called the Pabulum. According to their expedition logs, they traveled to the plane of Shale in search of the lost works of the Forester, a powerful sorcerer who once ruled an empire where the plane of Shale now lies. Modron dual-wielding crossbows, goddamn. The naive illusionists were successful, and they stumbled across one of his lost works, a hive of vicious creatures called the Trellons. The remains of the mages were found days later by 2 Barian scouts, and they were burned over a pyre as a symbol of their folly. To unlock the power of these ashes, one only needs to stir them with the index finger of the left hand, then sprinkle a pinch of the ashes into the air in a circular pattern. The smell of the remains of these dead mages is said to cause a Trellon to appear to serve the user. I don't find him useful as a companion, but I usually get it because it's voiced by Dan Castaneda, Homer Simpson. Damn. I can get Homer dual-wielding crossbows? Dope! No one knows where the Trellons originate from. They seem to combine the worst characters of demons and insects. They bear an insane hatred of mages, but the reason is unknown. So if I was not a mage, I could get a one-time summon of a pet. Ooh. Heart of the Forester. A minor artifact. Usable only by evil and neutral characters. This strange object is said to be the Heart of the Forester. According to legend, the Forester was a sorcerer who built his empire upon the Pale of Shale many centuries ago. He was rumored to have 3,333 hearts. Each of them carried in a different evil he committed in his lifetime. One of the evils he committed was the discovery of how to summon Somian and bind them to his will. It said the Forester was carried away by these beasts after he invoked them against some ancient foe, leaving only his hearts behind. According to planar scholars, the Somium are fiend horses, said to have been born from the blood of the last of the Nightmare Lords. They're not so much flesh and blood as an abstract given substance. They come to anyone who seeks revenge and bind themselves to them. They were born from a great treachery at the Gloom Meet, and the time when their fiends gather to speak the others their kind. The nightmares ride the skies to gather the fiends to the meeting, acting as messengers. While the fiends saw the nightmares are helpful, convenient allies, they had grown tired of bartering with the last of the Nightmare Lords for his consent to use them. So the fiends called a Gloom Meet, only for the purpose of killing. They lured the Nightmare Lord there and killed him. And when he arrived, the fiends set upon him. He only beseeched the other nightmares for aid, but when they only watched, their eyes aflamed as their lord was attacked. The fiends tried to put him in the dead book. They scattered the earth with caltrops covered with the foulest poisons in the hells, hurled barbed, cold iron spears a league wide into him. And when he tried to take the air to escape, they turned the sky alight with magic, blinding his eyes white. They struck at him with everything in their hateful arsenal. But no matter what they struck him with, he was too proud to die. They hounded him to the edge of the Outlands, firing their cruel arrows and spears into him, until he staggered into the hinterland mists and died there. Or so it is said. It said as the Nightmare Lord stumbled into the mists of the hinterlands, his dark blood left a steaming trail across the landscape. Whether his blood fell, the Outland itself cried out, wailing like a banshee, uttering the cries the Nightmare Lord would not. Less than a year later, the Somnium rode from the hinterlands, seeking out any nightmares and fiends where they could find them. Their cries were the same as had risen from the blood wounds of the Outlands, and their minds were focused solely on revenge. They said that gripping the heart of the Somnium and wishing harm upon others will cause him to appear. The Somnium will answer the user's call, then fade into the mists from which they came. I'm definitely buying Cloudkill, no questions there. Everything else here is interesting, but too expensive to fuck with. I mean, like, I want you, but... And then, hold on, let me learn this spell. And then I want to see some of your exotics. Yes. Exotic items. Briska smiles, looks at various shelves in the middle of the shop. We see nothing like here. There are more items towards the front and back of the store as well. Examine the fiend's tongue. You examine what appears to be a tongue floating in a jar of brine. This is a fiend's tongue. A Cornigan's, I think, but who really knows? It's said that, placed in the mouth of any living things, will give them the ability of speech, even if there was none before. I'm selling this oddity for 66 coppers. Have we met anyone who can't speak? Echo! We can give this to Echo! I'll take it. Gorgon Salve. I traded this with some sword-slinging prime worlder. Perseus, I think his name was. Smeared into the flesh of any being turned to stone, it will revert them to flesh. Only 100 copper commons. A bargain considering how handy it might be to find a friend of yours transmitted to rock. And then this I could use on that wizard in the museum. We'll come back to this. Metallic cube figurine. You examine a small metal replica of cube-like creatures with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. A Gundam? Briska smiles as you pick it up. A collector's item, perhaps, or a piece of artwork. Who knows? But I like it. If you do, ask around. Someone might know more about than I. You have for only 1,500 copper coins. Okay, why is it the most expensive thing so far? All the other stuff has, like, blatantly obvious uses, but why is this so pricey? Cube-like creatures, huh? Is this related to the Mordron in the bar? Monster jug. You examine a plain-looking jug. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. She watches you, chuckling, then shrugs. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair is prickling up like that. 123 coppers. All right. To the front of the store. A chocolate closet? What, you coated shovel and You examine a number of small bottles, each labeled as baby oil. Interested? It's the real thing, of course. Thousands of mewling mortal babies went into the making of this stuff. Chocolate closet. You examine a twisted little imp-like creature, sculpted of pure milk chocolate. It looks delicious, does it not? Imported from the lower plains. These are rare, you know, and quite prized by lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real quasit, a fiendish familiar, polymorphed into chocolate by powerful sorcery. It's only 199 coppers. Codex of the Inconceivable. That, coos Viscra, is the Codex of the Inconceivable. I only say that it's just, well, just I cannot explain it. Mere words simply won't suffice. You can own it yourself for mere 1,000 copper commons. Believe me, it is well worth it. I can't conceive of a world where I take your word on that. A Diva's Tears. You examine a small glass vial labeled as Diva's Tears. These are collected from a Deva who was captured during the Blood War skirmish. The fiends tormenting the imprisoned angel for aeons before he last escaped. This small bottle holds the 12 tears he shed at the time. The price is but 100 copper commons. Elixir of Horrific Separation. You examine a bottle labeled as Elixir of Horrific Separation. She presents it to you. This stuff was compounded by a scholar who'd found he possessed a darker half. A side of her which took control at times and bade her do awful things. The motion was to have split the darker halves away from her, creating two separate beings. Mercy killers, however, found and executed her for a string of depraved murders before she could use it. Huh. If I drank it, would it, like, separate a past life from me? Look to the back of the store. The stained lens. You examine a stained, ground glass lens the width of your hand. Brushed steel ring. A small geared protrusion coming off the ring makes it look as if the lens should attach to some sort of clockwork machine. And it smells faintly of horrible perfume. Vrishika holds it up for you. I have no idea what this really is, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Geisis brought it to me from the Lower Plains battlefield. He'd murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there, and brought me a number of interesting items he collected over the course of the campaign. I kept it mostly as a conversation piece. Though you may have it for 149 coppers if you'd like it. Interesting. Yevra's ring. You examine a ring in a small padded case. Vrishika holds it up so that you can see it more closely. This is Yevra's ring of almost invisibility. It makes its wearer invisible. Well, almost. I'll part with it for 349 copper commons. Moon-covered Aelstein. As you you examine a large pewter ale sign covered in strange runes. You hold the steamer closely. It's an ale mug of unusual manufacture, which keeps its contents, usually beer, of course, icy cold, whatever the surrounding temperature. 299 copper commons. You'll enjoy the frostiest ale you've ever held outside the paraplane of ice. This will let me steal that thing from the museum. Tattered rag doll. The years have not been kind to this tiny rag doll. It's coming apart at the seams. Looks like its threads are unraveling. It was often intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain, but the button eyes and its plush office don't strike much fear into your heart. Frisco holds it up for you. This was found in a well-trapped strongbox sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil. Sort of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical tests. I don't know what it's for. It's a voodoo doll. 99 copper coins. Okay, so, like, anything in here could be, like, an amazing game-changing item. Or it could be absolute useless trash. And I feel like coming in blind, there's absolutely no reason to tell what is what. I'm curious by this solely because of the fact that it's the most expensive thing in here. But that could be bait. As you figured out, this shop is basically a solution for a lot of random quests. No kidding. Alright, let's buy this for now. We're going to hold off making any other purchases here for now, but this shop is going to be in my mind for every random quest I stumble into.
Done.
Looks like we can do 2 things in the art gallery right away off this. I'm glad I didn't manage to break the piece off this statue. That would have been fucked up.
All right.
Okay, we had this problem last time. Everyone, go stand in the corner.
I'm gone.
Catch one in your frost ale mug. You dip the mug into the icy wind rising from the pedestal, catching a small shard of slight clang. Peering into the mug, you can see the dark bird as a razor-sharp sliver of black ice. Only the mug's magical properties prevent the shard from melting away into nothing. Okay. I don't really know what this accomplishes, but we have it. Can I put it in my bar? Aw, I was hoping I could, like, set it free upon an enemy. Boop, 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 boop. Apply the Gorgon salve to the statue. You smear the foul-smelling ointment over the statue. There's a strange shimmering around the statue. You watch as the statue takes an intake of breath, and the eyes of Gangroid Han fill with blazing, vengeful madness. Greetings. Before you can do a thing, a blazing torrent of words flies from the sorcerer's lips. As he speaks, you feel an agonizing sensation, like a sudden wave of raging heat pour over you and settle your skin like a blistering wound. Blindness strikes as your eyes burst, running from their sockets like shattered eggs. You hear someone screaming, and realize it is you. Fall into darkness, a victim of his awful
Great.
curse.
I hope he doesn't lose his memories this time.
Shall we proceed?
Done.
Alright, let's try that again, yeah? Oh, I ended up in the lower ward from that. Weird. Oh, hold on. We should talk to this guy anyway while we're here. You there! I want to talk to you about Trist. Ah, Trist. He frowns and looks away. And for a moment, he looks at you and raises your eyebrows. What about her? Trying to find a missing document for her. He sighs and shakes his head. There is no missing document. That was a ruse escaped by Trist to cast doubt on her debt. As matters though investigated by the Mercy Killers, if I noticed this document. The Mercy Killers. Yes, a faction of fanatics dedicated to bringing the truth in criminal cases and handing out justice. Confused as investigators by the Courts of Sigil. They were quite thorough and found nothing. They could have missed something. That is a possibility, but not very likely. They're just not familiar with the Mercy Killers or their methods for you to make such a statement. They cannot find the document. It does not exist. He looks at you angrily. Someone could have stolen the document and destroyed it. That way, the loan will be paid
Updated
twice.
my journal.
For a moment, he looks as he's about to be furious with you. Then a gloating smile crosses his face. What a terrible thought. Pity there is no proof of such activity. He continues to smile at you. Yes, a pity. So tell me, why have you sold Trist into slavery? Couldn't she pay you the money in its form of a loan? Yes, she could, and I did make that offer to you. She looks at you sternly. However, she turned it down. I don't allow second chances. No one turns me down without suffering the consequences. No one. I've had enough of you last a lifetime. I was no more questions. Now pike it, sod. Okay, that wasn't
Done.
suspicious at all. Maybe now I could talk to the advocate about it?
All right.
Maybe that guy's got a kip somewhere that I can bust into. And then let's go give this tongue to Echo.
Done.
They're a square creature with a big eye and wings. That figure must represent them, right? Okay, I'm gonna make a save by the figure and then bring it to them. If it doesn't do anything, then I'll reload the save. Greetings again. I had some questions. May I ask why you can't communicate? Okay, I have to find her ex-boyfriend or whatever. Someone told me his name.
All right.
Yeah, Mort told me all about them when I first talked to them. They're here spying on one of the ladies in there, Dolores or whatever. Alright, this might be a huge waste of money, but I gotta try it, right?
All right.
Boop, 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 boop. Yes, I am. Exotic items, metallic cube figurine. I'll take it. Farewell. I mean, I already have 2 items in my inventory, kind of wasting up space now. Oh, it is a Modron cube.
Done.
I wonder if they have anything to say about this.
Done.
Hey, you. Does this representation please you? Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The Modron, its appearance identical in every aspect but size, out in your hand. It blinks once, then twice, then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendage of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. Where will this cube take its user to? We do not have that information. Over 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they'll have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. We do not have that information. Okay. This small metal toy is a replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on its face. The toy has 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 folding wings, and 18 points of articulation. Maybe it's a collector's item. Move the arms and make sword fighting noises. The toy clicks and whirs as you move its clockwork joints. Within moments, the tiny cube has vanquished every imaginary opponent you set against it and has settled back to its normal position. Wave its arms and make cheering noises! Hurrah! Hordes of imaginary creatures from across the plane cheer the cube's victory! You can almost hear a tiny, oily tear brimming from one of its eyes. It is a hero. The greatest cube ever to roam the plains, and everyone loves it. In your mind, falls from grace, and Anna hug it and shower it with kisses. Okay, well that's just your thinly veiled fetish coming out, and I'm into it. Manipulate the toy and look for some sort of effect. You bend, twist, and rotate the toy's various points of articulation. Its limbs often suddenly revert to their original position. Finally, as you bend its left knee, the toy makes an odd pop and shudders in your hands. Okay, right knee. Left knee. Left wing. Okay. Right arm. Fuck. Left knee. Left wing. Left arm. Left knee. Left wing. Right knee. Left wing. Left knee. Left wing. Right wing. Right arm. There's a whir and a click. Then a blinding white suddenly explodes in your hands. Okay. Where in the world have we just found ourselves? Hello, Mr. Modron. Oh. Well, I probably should have read that message right before. The Imaginary Cube was spending a pretty long time away from Sigil just to be prepared. You see a cube with 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 small wings sprouting from its sides. On the front of the cube is an animated face. You approach the creature, focusing its eyes upon you. Greetings. The creature focuses emotionless eyes on you. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Rubicon. the dungeon construct. Thank you for choosing Rubicon as your dungeoning experience. You may access Rubicon through this door. What is Rubicon? The creature stares at you without answering. What is a dungeon construct? Do I still... Okay, so I can activate it again anytime, and I can just leave here, right? Oh, that door seems pretty sealed, huh? Alright, dungeoneering it is, I guess. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin. Although it's obviously a construct of an animated face, which is scowling at you. Greetings! Grrr. The creature growls at you and then pauses, weighing your reaction. Am I supposed to be frightened by that? Grrr? It looks confused. It makes a feeble, threatening gesture towards you. I asked you if I was supposed to be frightened by that. It stares at you for a moment while considering your question. Yes! Grrr. Is a sound indicative of a threat. I have included an appropriate gesture to weight to the threat. Fear is the anticipated response, which is giving the advantage in the fight that follows. It leaps to attack. Okay, well, I mean, you're explicitly named a low-threat construct, so for some reason, I'm not particularly worried. Wow. This is the dungeon you put me in? The portal is one way. Blessed. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin. It's obviously a contract. Yeah, greetings. The creature suddenly stops scowling at you and adopts a look of mock terror. Eek! It is the hero, sent here, no doubt, to slay the evil one! Woe to me, the hapless construct on duty at the time of his arrival! What are you going on about? The creature places its hand on its hips and frowns at you. The plot, you dolt! Stick to the plot! How do you expect me to play my part if you don't cooperate? Where were we? It pauses for a moment. Oh, I remember. I was about to trounce you. It leaps to attack. Yeah. That's cute, or whatever. Oh my god, Ana is fucking that thing up. A clue! A cryptic piece of parchment simply states, you now have a better understanding of what's going on.
What's up, Chief?
Alright, that feels like Mort loot to me. You three attack this one. You three murk this one. A magic item! It's something, but better be damned you can figure out what. It does radiate magic, however. Well, if you point, depends on the use of they don't appear to be of any value. I'll be the judge of that. Oh god, we just found some fucking LARP dungeon. You see a mechanical man with green skin, I was conquered with greetings. What are you? I am the time going to kick your arse. It leaps to attack.
Yeah.
No.
What is that?
These two should be on different targets.
What?
Balance
I'm
in
listening.
all things.
Murk 'em.
I had to wake up from the dead in a place like this.
Ready.
I must be hallucinating. One foot in the grave, the other in hell. I wonder
Yeah,
what
I'm
it was
not
I said
super
that made
interested
death
in your
reject
LARP
me.
anymore, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm here.
We're just gonna kill the constructs now. It's fun.
Endure. In enduring,
what?
grow strong.
Greetings. Die in the name of the evil wizard! What evil wizard are you talking about? Here's also a positive road. The one that doesn't exist until you set the Rubicon Dutch at a hard difficulty level. Boy, you'll be in trouble then. Meanwhile, die in the name of the evil wizard. Oh, I could have made this harder? Do I get better rewards if I do?
Flames
You want to
await.
know?
What's the word, Chief?
Okay.
I hear your words.
Time is over.
A clue!
Thwart, like Latin.
I will hear you.
Aye?
Oh shit, there's 2 different directions to go this
All
time.
right.
This way. Greetings. Am I supposed to be frightened by all of this? Oh, brother. What a maze we have gotten ourselves into.
A little out of practice, it seems. What a curious construct this is.
Oh, I like how the characters are like reacting to the... Yeah. Okay, this is all gonna connect to the same place, I suppose.
Did you see that?
Lend me strength.
Women are the reason I became a monk. And, the reason I switched back.
Well, I'd like to have a monk on the team, or come on.
Die.
A monk would be a great addition to the squad. Better than, like, Fighter the Third. A goodie!
You know what? We should
I'm
get some
here.
female zombies to join this party, right, Chief?
More, buddy. At least ghouls, okay? At least something with an intelligence rating. Zombies. Zombies can't consent, idiot. What the hell is going on in here? We just end up in the Modron Club? Hello? You see a cube with 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 small wings spreading from its sides. On the front of the cube is an animated face. As you approach, the creature focuses its eyes upon you. Hi. Greetings. The creature speaks with a monotone, sexless voice. I have some questions. The creature continues to look at you blankly. State your question. Who are you? We are Modron. Your name is Modron? We are Modron. We do not have a name. We are Modron. All that you see here are Modrons. We are one. You're right, you're all Modrons. What is this Modron's name, the one I'm talking to? It begins to emit sporadic knocking sounds. Its face takes on a pained expression and seems to stare at you. It looks away from you. The knocking sound fades. We are Modron. We have no identity other than the whole that is Modron. We have no name. We got that last bit in common, at least. How do you tell one Modron from another? There is a pause. The Modron considers your question. We know. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. Just as you recognize the hand is part of your arm, we recognize each other, each part of the whole. I see. Got some questions. What is this place? Rubicon, dungeon, construct. Right, but what exactly is that? Modron frowns at you, then glances about the room. We should know. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. Information not available. Address your query to the engineer. Alright, where do I find this engineer? We do not know. Information not available. We are confused. What are you doing here? Awaiting instructions. For what? Instructions for what tasks needs to be performed. What tasks? Just what is it that you do here? Modron frowns at you, then glances around the room. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. Information not available. Okay, this is a circuitous conversation. This guy looks special. He's on like a dais. And he's not moving.
I'm gone.
Are you special? What is this place? What exactly is that? The Modron begins to emit a soft humming sound as it answers you. Rubicon. Project goal is to determine the dynamics, both social and asocial, surrounding the environment commonly constructed as a dungeon, and to attempt to explain the aberrations that tend to occur in such environments. What aberrations are you talking about? Queries to be answered. What attracts people to dungeons? Why do people often seek to enter them when they are places of such danger? Why are dungeons there in the first place? What are the dynamics of a workable dungeon? We do not understand. It pauses. I do not. You started to say I instead of we. Modron gives you a concerned look and then glances around the room. You are in error. We are Modron. We are the whole. We will not discuss this. Alright, I try out one of those dungeons you mentioned. There is significant pause before the Modron answers you. Request denied. Project halted due to accident. What accident? Dungeon construction became unstable. Cause uncertain. Failsafes activated, causing dungeon to collapse. Cause uncertain. Portal lens malfunctioning, causing contact with home plane of Mechanist to be severed. Cause uncertain. Reset of dungeon necessary. Then why don't you reset it? Reset can only be initiated by Project Director. Project Director disintegrated. Portal lens has malfunctioned, and contact with Mechanist severed. Cannot acquire replacement director from Mechanist. Let me get this straight. You can't reset without a director, and you can't get a director without resetting. Modron looks worried and begins to fidget. Assessment correct. Project halted. Look, I'm an adventurer, and I've been through some dungeons in my day. Why not let me be your director? The dungeon is suddenly filled with a buzzing sound that just suddenly slides. Assistants welcome. You are now Project Director. Advise on next task. And reset the dungeon, silly. Initializing. Reset. The room is filled with a low thrumming sound that can be felt rather than heard. Collapsing existing dungeon. The sound rises in power until the floor begins to vibrate. Initializing new dungeon. The sound rises in volume until you think your head is about to explode. Suddenly, the room goes quiet. Reset complete. Dungeon construct status easy. Awaiting further instructions, Director. I have some questions. Are there any dangers associated with Rubicon that I should be aware of? Yes, Director. Do not become separated from any companions while in the maze. If the maze were to be reset, or a new difficulty setting chosen, anyone left in the maze would be killed. I see. I will not reform my party while in the maze. Anything
Updated
else?
my journal.
Yes, Director. Do not drop items or equipment in the maze. If the maze were to be reset, or a new difficulty setting chosen, any items left in the maze would be destroyed. I see. I will not drop anything important in the maze.
Updated my
Anything else?
journal.
Very well, some more questions then. I want to create a new dungeon to explore. Huh. It's already set to easy. And that was kind of a joke. I guess that was the full dungeon I just explored. Should I explore a normal one now, or should I just jump right up to hard? You probably get different rewards for tackling the different difficulties, right? If the portal was one way, exactly how do I get out of here when I decide my time here is done? Change to normal for now. Collapsing current dungeon. The room fills with a low thrumming sound. Initializing new dungeon. The floor begins to vibrate. Then all is quiet. Dungeon created. Awaiting further instructions. Okay, I'm back to this foyer place.
Done.
Interesting. Greetings. What are you doing? I am waiting for us to finish means better so I beat you senseless. Why do you want to do that? The orders have been given to me by Creator. What's the sense? Complete, I will initiate combat with you. It leaps to attack. Oh, damn. He's making battle saving throws and everything. 1,000 experience for killing one guy? We'll take it, but holy. Oh, boy. Okay, hold on. We should get a tank over to face this.
I wouldn't know a moment's peace.
Actually, she should be the tank to face
It is I.
this one.
Aye, what?
What's up?
I don't know if we need to pick up any of these LARP items, but they're funny. Maybe someone will need them as a proof of our excellence. Or maybe like the higher difficulty dungeons will have puzzles. Okay, nowhere to go here. Oh boy. What in the world have I gotten myself into? Okay, Mort goes fights this one.
Yes, a pleasure.
You go fight this one.
Endure.
And
Take it
everyone
out,
else
Bob.
bring this
Grow
one
strong.
down.
The clock sings true.
Did you see that?
Damn.
You like my wee tail? I'll wag it at you.
The clock sings true.
Cut it out, I'm not dead.
I had to wake up from the dead. I'm gone.
Well, I'm not that sort of girl.
You're not? Damn, I was really counting on you being that sort of girl. Well, there goes my plans for the Saturday night.
Aye?
At least we're coming in here with a lot of healing items with us. I know I was talking earlier about this stream how I wanted to visit a plane other than Sigil, but this is not what I was expecting. I'm trying to save all my spells for when I fight hard level constructs. But I wonder if I can rest in that Modron foyer. We should try it next time we cycle back there. It'll definitely make exploring the dungeon easier. We're making damn good experience here. How close are we to the level up? 60,000? Okay. 6 more kills and we level. Well, they said that they're isolated from Mechanus, so this can't be Mechanus. Which would make the most sense for a plane of machinery like this. So I'm guessing I'm on one of the middle planes that are more like conceptual in nature, or that are like open to influence from the other planes. Like maybe I'm just out in the outland somewhere. In some like corner of paradox space. And then we'd like get the influence from the upper planes. Because Mechanus was the upper law plane, right? And then there was the upper law plane, there was the upper neutral plane, there was the upper chaos plane, and then beneath that there was just like one really wide plane, and then there was the 2 lower planes. Oh, we just got bapped by a trap.
I'm gone.
I have a feeling those traps are going to be a much bigger factor in the higher difficulty dungeon. Oh, mechanics is lawful neutral. I guess that makes sense. It's a pure law. Okay, so there's 3 middle planes then. Oh, okay, 2. I see.
I'm gone.
And then Sigil is like the true neutral then. It's on the top of the Outlands, where it's just like all the planes, kinda. I'm not interested in what you gotta say. Mort, you fight this one solo.
I will hear.
Everyone else will nuke this one down. Holy shit!
A little out of practice. This time is over. I'm here.
Yeah. Interesting question. Technically, I suppose this could be one of the infinite material planes as well. But for some reason, I doubt that. Seems to me like it would be a lot of work to build something like this on a material plane. You'd want to be in a place that's a little more conceptual. Really hard time with the hard level dungeon. We're kind of getting chewed up here on the medium level.
What? Damn it.
It's really becoming a problem are those dang traps.
I'm listening. A pleasure.
Okay, Falls, let's maybe back off a little bit.
What you be wanting now?
What's up, Chief?
I don't understand. Falls from Grace's AC is better than Mort's, so why is she getting wrecked so much faster than him?
Aye?
What's up?
I must be hallucinating all this, son.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Done.
What I get for getting into
Got the feeling.
Damn it, nah. Making me waste one of my reses on you. Maybe it's my fault for not paying attention to her health, but...
Balance in all things.
Ooh, this one's gotta be examined. Next time we get an identifiable item. Okay,
ready.
It is I.
What do you wish of Ignis?
Get your eyes off my arse.
Hey, you didn't catch me looking. I was, but that's beside the point. Turns out we burn through healing pretty quick once we actually start spending it. I don't think we can handle the hard difficulty of this one. Like, I also don't know how to get out.
Damn it! You like my wee tail? I'll
Lord,
wag it
like
at you.
Latin.
Done.
For
Nothing
death.
wee about. That's the longest tail I ever did see, girl. Thick, too.
Women are the reason I became a
Titus
monk.
Valley. Titus Valley.
Cut it out, I'm not deaf.
All right.
And we reach a dead end.
You know what? We should get some female zombies to join this party, right, Chief?
I'm gone.
Okay.
All right.
Must have made a wrong turn at Albuquerque. There we go.
You know, if I could click you, you wouldn't know a moment's peace.
Oh, I'm not that sort of girl.
Enduring
I may set to feet again.
I hear no words.
Portal lens.
Did you see that?
I will hear you.
Damn it.
Oh, we should probably go help March. This magical device can form a gateway to other locations by temporarily attaching itself to a known existing portal. This allows users to access portals without traveling to it. Wait, is this my way out?
Yeah.
Done.
Interesting.
All right.
Very interesting. No, fuck your traps. I'm not gonna put up with this.
Huh? Okay.
Okay, we're all doing okay for health.
Did you see that? Damn it.
I'm assuming the experience these guys gives are all actually splitting through the full party, and I'm not getting the full amount, yeah. So if it's 1,000 split between 6 people, I'm actually getting like a little bit less than 200 per.
Your reasons for your incessant clicking are not known to me.
Because I need you to fucking do shit. Don't act like you don't love me clicking all your buttons, stack on.
Seems true.
I'm helping you know yourself better than you ever have. Tell me, did you know about the joy of your prostate? Didn't think so.
Unseen, I
My jaw is hanging on by a thread. What? What's up, Chief?
Oh yeah, I got a raging clue.
Having a little out of practice, it seems.
rock sings true.
Done.
I should probably be like casting spells and
Ooh,
stuff,
this
huh?
place stinks of oil.
Does this work on constructs? Non-undead, doesn't say non-construct. me. Give me the blood that does not flow through you. Oh my god, we're so close.
Roll tallow for my flames.
I'm a little out of practice, it seems. Oh, this is what I get for getting into a scrape.
Your reasons for your incessant clicking are not known to me.
Okay, we got a couple levels here. Let's bring both these to 60, I guess. I don't think I've ever failed to pick a lock, though. Hooray. Oh, I got +1 intelligence for becoming a level 7 wizard. Sick. Let's give a point into wisdom, then. That'll bring us to 16 with our tattoo. Maybe that'll be enough to read the next chapter of hold on, can I reread the first and get the item again? Even if it did, I didn't have the inventory space for it. Okay, let's give this to Mort. Well, that's too valuable to put in him. He might die and I might forget it. Let's give the extra love letter to Mort. Take the Fiend's Tongue back. Now we'll read the new... You slide the plate and variation Dekon showed you. A new ring is revealed. The ring carries the same scripture before, the same geometries. You know the symbols and you know you can read them. Serthamon was the first to know the way of freedom. But it was not he that first came to know the way of rebellion. The knowing of rebellion came to the warrior queen Gith, one of the people. She had served the Illithids upon many of the false words as a soldier. And she had come to know war and carried it in her heart. She had come to know how others might be organized to subjugate others. She knew the paths of power, and she knew the art of taking from the conquerors the weapons by which they could be defeated. Her mind was focused, and both her will and her blade were one. The turning in which Zethamon came to know Gith, Zethamon ceased to know himself. Her words as fires lit in the hearts of all who heard her. In hearing her words, he wished to know war. He knew not what afflicted him, but he knew he wished to join his blade to Gith. He wished to give his hate expression and share his pain with Illithid. Gith was one of the people, but her knowing of herself was greater than any Zerthamon had ever encountered. She knew the ways of flesh, she knew the Illithids, and in knowing herself, she was to know how to defeat them in battle. The strength of her knowing was so great that all those who walked her path came to know themselves.
What is your will?
If I would know, what are your teachings? I want to speak to you with the ways of one. There is great strength in numbers, but there is great power in one. For strength the will of one may gather numbers to it. There's strength not only in knowing the self, but knowing how to bring it forth in others. You have come to know the fifth circle, Zerthmon. With this knowing, I impart this to you. He takes the circle, with a deft motion, he twists one of the links to take the plate slide forward. He hands the plate to you. Meditate upon its teachings, and the knowing of it shall give you strength. Copy spell. I guess I should try reading the next one and seeing if maybe the same wisdom will get me through the next, although I have a suspicion that I'll require a little bit more. Doop. You slide the place variation the Dakon showed you, and a new ring is revealed. The ring carries the same scripts you read before, the same geometries. Upon the blasted plains, Zerthmon told Gith there cannot be two skies. In the wake of his words came war. Upon the blasted plains, the people had achieved victory over their illithid masters. They knew freedom. Yet before the green fires had died from the battlefield, Gith spoke of continuing the war. Many, still filled with the bloodlust in their hearts, agreed with her. She spoke of not merely defeating the illithids, but destroying all illithids across the plains. After the illithids had been exterminated, they would bring war to all other races they encountered. In Gith's heart, fire raged. She lived in war, and in war she knew herself. All that her eyes saw, she wanted to conquer. Zerthmon spoke the beginnings of that which was against Gith's will. He spoke to the people already knew freedom. Now that they know themselves, again, and mend the damage that had been done to the people. Behind his words were many other hearts of the people who were weary of the war against the illithid. Know that the Gith's heart was not Zerthmon's heart in the matter. She said that war would continue. The illithid would be destroyed. Their flesh would be no more. Then the people would claim the false worlds as their own. Gith told Zerthmon they would be under the same sky in this matter. The words were like bared steel. From Zerthmon came the pronouncement of two skies. In the wake of his words came war.
What is your will?
Okay, I'm not wise enough quite yet. We're in pretty rough shape. I think
Told Gith that there cannot be
there's
two
no
skies.
shot I can do the hard mode with my current party.
Are those that know the endure. In enduring
So maybe we try and finish this and we get the hell out of here with this logic gem and then come back when we're a little bit stronger. Before we tackle hard mode. Oh my god, this dungeon's so long.
One foot in the grave, the other in hell.
I'm hoping that gem I picked up is gonna let me get out of here.
I hear your words.
Die.
My jaw is hanging on by a thread. Would you give me a hand here?
The flames
I will hear
hunger
you.
the blistering
Aye, what?
flesh.
Backstab!
Did you see that?
Back on, buddy.
Time is over.
Oh, he was holding all my extra discs.
I wonder what it was I said that made death reject me.
I didn't drop them. My boy was just holding them for me. I guess that makes sense.
Time is over. What you be wanting now?
Up you go, lad.
Balance in all things.
I really don't use my abilities very often, huh? I got all these fucking magic missiles on this rod that I've never used. At this point, I should probably just sell it.
It is I.
All those fucking stupid traps. Okay, there's nowhere else for me to go after this room. Oh my god, there's too many places to go after this room. Alright. We should probably just kill everything. Experience is experience.
What?
Yes? What did you wish? A pleasure.
Ignis hears you.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
I'm a little out of practice.
Fuck. Since we plan to bail, let's just start casting this spell.
Two skies.
Really don't want to use
What's
my,
up,
fuck it, let's do it.
What's the word, Chief?
We're in a pretty rough
I hear
spot.
your words.
Time is over.
Never wake from the dead in a place like that.
My god, we got so many. Oh god. Perfect timing.
Hi?
Claw
may I
yourself,
help?
will ya? I definitely don't want to waste that Abishai fly. We gotta be nearing the end of the medium difficulty dungeon, right? Right? Stupid fucking spell!
True.
I'm listening. It shall be done.
Call down a spiritual hammer.
I will
Women
hear
are the
you.
reason I became a monk.
Lend me strength.
And, the reason I switched back.
Just folly.
You know what? We should get some
I'm
female
here.
zombies to join this party, right, Chief?
You're near the end of the starting area of the dungeon. Excuse me? Mort, hold onto my eye for me, will ya?
Damn it.
Inventory's full.
You know, if I could click you, you wouldn't know a moment's
Done.
peace.
Okay, we got 2 ways to go. How are we doing for healing items? Not great. I guess this is a good time to use my, +2 to armor class for a Modron. -50 to lore skill, but +5 to missile weapons. +2 to armor class, +2 extra more versus missile weapons, +3 to... Jesus, man. +8 to damage, -2 to hit. Okay. You made this Modron character sound worthless, but, like, he seems to have a lot of, like, really strong bonuses on these little lenses and stuff.
Yes? What did you wish? Ready.
Balance in all things.
If I was gonna blood charm someone, it'd probably be Dakan, right?
What do you wish of Ignis?
Okay, we want...
I'm gone.
Jesus Christ, mate. This area is fucking huge. Man, we dead-ended ourselves.
A lot of practice, it seems.
What's up?
Okay.
Done.
I'm gonna quick save real quick. Portal lens. Oh god, it's not consumable. It's an infinite use teleport gem? And then I can go back to the... Okay. Okay. I can work with this. Interesting. God, I wish we could use that item bank place, though. Okay, so we need to prepare to face that dungeon in hard mode. We're gonna need, like, stacks of healing items. Oh, we're gonna need a lot. Okay, we're gonna give all the lenses to Dakan. I wonder, you said there was a Modron character. I wonder if he's a reward for doing the hardest difficulty of that dungeon. I wonder if we gotta leave a party member behind to recruit him, though. I was just having that thought. Thank you for confirming it to me. That'll make the dungeon way harder, though. I guess the sensible cut would be... Maybe when I finished learning all the stuff that Dakan has to teach me, I cut him. Because I feel like I'm gonna get through Dakan's stuff way faster than I get through Ignis's stuff. Okay. We can work with this. It's rough, but we can... I definitely don't need all this garbage. It was cute and whatever, but let's just drop all this shit. Unless there's gonna be a fucking shop in there that uses all these, but no. Surely not. Surely that's just flavor.
I'm gone.
Damn, this... Ooh! Extra second level spell, you say? One other Adder's Kiss. What's that? Ooh! Okay. Portal Lens? Oh! Interesting. So these two are like a pair. Okay,
All right.
well, hold on. Let's go to the bar and rest. Man, we're not even close to being done exploring the Cleric's Ward. We got so distracted there with all of our little random tasks and... Okay. To the bar. Oh, the Modron Maze is now a fast travel point. That's pretty sick. Wait, does that mean we don't need the figure anymore? Alright.
Lend me strength.
Alright, good resting. So, like, what level should we be before we try that? Should we all get to, like, 10? Should we all get to, like, 12? The place seems like a fucking nightmare. They probably only get longer at the higher difficulties, too. Alright, I think we need to farm money, we need to get full magical equipment, we need to get everyone to AC 0, we need to fucking... Ma'am? You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation, then notices you. Greetings. Zodium grabs her arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please! They're killing my sister! Who? This drunken man who followed us from one of the taverns. We thought he meant no harm. Please, Cutter, there's no more time. Help us! Wait, first said they were killing her, now you're saying he is killing her. Which is it? She stares at you, unsure of what to say. I'm distraught. I made a mistake. Please, help me, Cutter. Examine the blood in her dress. You glance down at her dress and look at the blood. Although it does appear to be real, it's completely dried. It must be hours old. Hours old. This blood is hours old. What are you up to? See your eyes flick to the bloodstains and back to you. I think you can hear a hint of nervousness in her voice. Oh, I'm mistaken, Cutter. Please help me. My sister lies dying as we tarry. You're up to something. Tell me what's going on or I'll kill you. She looks into your eyes and then glances at her scars that cover your body. She swallows nervously and you see her pale before your eyes. Aye. I'm supposed to lure people to an island nearby. They're waiting there to take your jink. She looks at you apprehensively. Let me give you some advice. She gazes at you in silence, then nods her head. Don't pick someone like me as your mark. Choose some drunken fop who looks like he's never seen a battle in his life. She nods at once curtly, and makes sure he looks like he's more than a couple coins to his name. Get out of here. She nods curtly, then backs away from you. She hesitates for a moment and turns to leave. Thank you, Cutter. She sprints off. Why did I give her advice? Why did I help her do crime better? Nah. I just don't want her to get herself killed. She pulls that in the wrong person, it's over. Alright, to the apothecary shop. Although I didn't do any of my meal prep today, and I got work tonight. We'll go till 6. We'll go till 6. Pestle Kiln. You see a wall-eyed fellow whose skin seems to writhe and ripple across his entire body. He is smacking his chapped lips with a blotched tongue. As you watch, his right eye moves independently of the left, focusing on you. A second later, the left one flicks to look your way, and then reverts to its original position. Maybe you're trying to become lawful good, though I'm not sure help her with thief counts. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Lawful good's a very boring alignment. I'm more of a chaotic good at heart, but I do want to activate this stupid tier and get that free constitution. Especially now I know there's another one for sale. I definitely don't think I did lawful when I helped her with that. You see a wall-eyed fellow whose skin seems to writhe and ripple across his entire body. He's smacking his chapped lip with a blotched tongue. As you watch, his right eye moves independently of the left, focusing on you. A second later, the left one flicks to look your way, then reverts to position. The right eye blinks. Strange gurgling comes from his throat. Greetings? The man gives a lopsided grin and points to himself right in the thumb. Pestle, I'm called the Alchemist. He points to himself again with his left index finger. The name's Kill. Need you something? Are you alright? Oh, I need to use the separate item on him. Jesus fucking Christ. His throat convulses for a moment, then relaxes. A large, green, glowing pustule suddenly bursts from the side of his neck. Something you need then, sir? His throat clenches again, and a wave of quivering flesh swallows the blistering green pustule back beneath the skin of his throat. He coughs violently for a moment, then seems to relax. Phew. May I ask what happened to you? The left eye rolls up in exasperation. The right eye looks askance. Too much to drink. Too much of what, though? Potions I drank! Too many potions! Rock! His mouth slides down beneath his chin. His left nostril forms another. The most I ever drank, that's for certain. A polymorph they were in brute. In limbo. Anything I can do to help? The man's eyes turn inward to look at each other, then back at you. Dunno! He shudders. The mouth below his chin moves to envelop the one his nostrils formed. This sort of thing happens quite often. We can't seem to help but sample the stock. If you find a way to help the two of us, would be grateful, sir. I had another question. Half of his mouth curls downward into a frown. He shakes his head. Work in the stockroom all day, I do. Ugh. He shudders violently. Suddenly, a third eye pops open from the bridge of his nose. The left one shifts sideways, and his new eye takes its place. I speak only to the store, sir. Okay, let's go buy him a cure.
I'm gone.
Seems to be a man with a lot of problems. Seems to be some men with a lot of problems. I had some questions. Let's see the merchandise, exotic items. The back, was it? Nope. At the front. Elixir of horrific. He loves sampling random potions, so I'm like kind of leaning into his. I don't love the name horrific in this potion, but I think he'll be into it. Here you go, bud. I got this elixir of horrific separation. Do you think that'd help you? Both his eyes suddenly snap to the small bottle in your hands. He nods, smacking his lips. Pester Kiln takes the bottle in both his hands and places it beneath the counter. His left eye focuses on you, while his right eye and hand concentrate several furious on the countertop. We can use this to make something that'll fix us right up. Now give us a moment while we get it all worked. Oh, we'll make you some healing stuff for a reward. He turns the head to the back of the shop. Alright, bye for now, bud. The man closely resembles Pestle Kiln, with the crawling skin and constant subtle mutations. Greetings again, sir, and well met. And what is it Pestle can do for you? Let me get some healing concoctions. Yes, of course, your reward, Let's see now. I'll manufacture them for you, nothing, of course. Only the proper ingredients. An Oni's heart, powdered hematite, the hair of a diva, or a thread from Asmon's rove, or the blood of a regenerating creature, such as a troll, or... Actually, my wounds heal very quickly. Do they now? Well, your own blood just might do. Yeah, give me a sample if you would. Give me a bit of your blood. After drawing a small quantity of your blood and retreating to the back of the store, Presto returns what appears to be a hardened drops of blood. Placed upon one's tongue, these clot charms will heal existing wounds and aid in the preservation of new ones in a long time. Aid in the prevention of new ones for a time. Preservation of wounds is definitely not something we want to do. Thanks. I want to buy something now. Ooh. Ooh. You mean 10 clot charms. Nice, ooh. I'm really not sitting on a lot of money right now, but healing items are something I'm pretty desperate for right now. Cockroach charm. Give these to... We'll make Mordor healer, screw it. She can have these ones, though. Oh, she's full up. Yeah. How are you feeling, Kel? I had some questions. Should I buy something, then? No, okay.
All right.
I thought maybe you'd have a special stock.
Done.
Oh, Aelwyn! We're supposed to be looking for you! A tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup of wine to scan the surrounding patrons and passerbys. Her facial features are elegantly exotic, and her eyes, a brilliant golden color, catch the light, sparkling as she looks about. Greetings! She regards you carefully for a moment before replying. She speaks, slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. I, Aelwyn, return your greetings. Aelwyn, your friend Nemel is looking for you. She begins to smile, but then covers her with her hand and looks down at her drink. I, Aelwyn, am most pleased to hear of Nemel. Might I, Aelwyn, proceed with you to tell you of this place? Yes, I'll do that
Updated
for
my
you.
journal.
She looks at you directly, and for the briefest moments, before she casts her eyes back down to her drink, your senses are awash with a warm, comfortable feeling. Pure happiness. I, Aelwyn, thank you. It's my pleasure. May I ask you about her, though? The way she speaks and what her words do. How? I, Aelwyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We are not like the people here, whose words, thoughts, very feelings even, affect nothing directly. I, Aelwyn, take great care not to affect those surround me too greatly. Nemel is new here and cannot do so. It is something she must learn, should she choose to remain here much longer. But why? There are many reasons. I, Aelwyn, feel it's not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me, Aelwyn. Is there anything you cannot do by simply speaking of it? She frowns. A strange, unpleasant feeling rises in the pit of your stomach. Please, I, Aelwyn, would speak of it no more. Just one other question. She looks at you directly, your face reflected in the golden discs of her eyes. He would speak of it no more to Aelwyn, thus no longer force her to speak in such a way to him. You find yourself unable to voice another question. Your words catch in your throat as you try to ask. Very well.
All right.
Damn, she really just shut me down. She was like, no more words. What the fuck is she then? Are they goddesses? Like, what?
All right.
How could they affect the very fabric of reality just by fucking yapping about it? You really weren't looking that hard. You were just like 20 feet away from each other at different bars. Hey, Nemel. I found Aelwyn. She was looking for you, too.
My journal.
Nemel's lips form a perfect smile. An infectious happiness radiates from her, clinging to you like sweet swelling warmth. Nemel was overjoyed to hear of her friend. Was Aelwyn close by? There's another cafe east of here, across this part of the ward. Nemel thanks the man for his wondrous news. Soon she would go to visit her oldest friend, Aelwyn. Now, though, she would reward the stranger. No, that's okay. I don't need a reward. She touches her index fingertips, making a faint hushing noise. She would draw the stranger close, laying her hand upon his chest and kissing the pale, leathery skin of his cheek. Life would flow into him, invigorating him. This, then, was to be his reward. Max HP +3! As you wait, there's light tingles from your cheek and chest. The feeling spreads across the warmth of your body, you begin to feel stronger, more animated. My thanks, Nemel. Farewell. Oh, I should follow her to make sure she doesn't get jumped by fucking thugs or something on the way. You never know in this damn city. You get the fucking best escort in all of Sigil, baby. I've never seen a group this big walking around. Hey, girls. I mean, I guess probably no one can fuck with them, though. She claps her hand together and bows her head to you in thanks. Tears of joy fall from her golden eyes. Just as your own eyes begin to water, she wipes away her tears and smiles, causing a wave of intense pleasure to wash over your entire body. Aelwyn thanked the stranger. She's been her dearest friend. It was my pleasure. Then she looks down, the feelings of a smile evoking fade away into pleasant memories. I, Aelwyn, would tell you something now, stranger.
Updated my
Yeah,
journal.
go on. The name I, Aelwyn, chose for you, stranger, is not so fitting. You and I, Aelwyn, have met before. In the fest hall. In the place you could not have been were you not a sensate yourself. Whether you recall or no, unless you betrayed the Society of Sensation at some point, you are a sensate. I see. Tell me more. You and I, Aelwyn, have met on 2 occasions. The first was no less than 2 centuries past. The last more recently. Perhaps no more than 50 years ago. That's, quite a while, actually. She nods again. My, Aelwyn's people are extremely long-lived. Forgetful one. She sighs unhappily, causing a chill to descend over you. You seemed a different man then. Less grim, less scarred. So eager to see all the multiverse had to offer. You courted me, Aelwyn, then, and was nearly taken as a lover. But then you disappeared. Where did I go? I, Aelwyn, was told you had been slayed. Murdered. She looks up for a moment to curiously peer into your eyes. I met you only once more after that. Did I remember you then? No. She shakes her head sadly, then touches her throat. No, you did not. You lashed out at me, Aelwyn, made to slay me. Screamed how I, Aelwyn, could not fool you, would not ensnare and murder you. What happened? We had met in one of the north towers of the fest hall on the 7th floor. Before you could choke the life of me, I, Aelwyn, used my powers to bade you leap from the window to your death. When I, Aelwyn, finally went in search of your broken body, you had already gone. You did what? This is the whole of my, Aelwyn's, tale for you. We were not strangers once, but have now become so. Farewell, stranger. May fortune walk with you on your travels. Mel clasps her hands together and bows her head, and she finally looks and smiles at you with a pleasure wash of her body. The effect is almost dizzying. And Mel thanked the stranger once more. She only hopes you know how happy he felt to be reunited with Aelwyn. Oh, I think I do. Labrande. This old woman examines you closely with her sharp grayed skin. First your face, then your arms, and various tattoos. Greetings, scarred one. Come to speak with Elebrand, have you? Come to have your fortune told, mayhaps, for a paltry 5 coins. Sure, tell me my fortune. She places your coins in her belt pouch and takes your hands. She quietly studies your palms, frowning deeply. At long last she speaks. Some rare folks are what we've called fateless, you see. They wander through their lives doing as they see fit, and creating their own destinies. You have no fortune to tell, scarred one. None at all. I have nothing to tell you. So here's your coin. She returns your 5 coppers. I see. I had some other questions. I do not speak of things mundane, scarred one. In that case, farewell. Hold ye one moment, scarred one. Elebrand reaches out, touching your arm. My mother gave me something once long ago. A scroll sealed with wax. A hooded man had entrusted it to her, and said that a man such as ye would one day unwittingly come to claim it. Here, I would have you take it now. What is it? She shakes her head, frowning. I do not know. She was sworn never to read the thing, and I obeyed her request to leave the seal unbroken myself. The man had paid her handsomely to take the scroll, and warned her of the direst consequences should we open it. Thanks then. Bye-bye.
I'm gone.
And to reward your aid, I will attempt to rob your house, but once again, nothing to take.
Done.
Man, these little yurts have been disappointing every single time, huh? Hurrah, a moment of your time. Is this the fest hall? Alright, what's going on, Sarvajul? The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman. Despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, well, what have we here? A little tiefling gutter queen comes crawling out of the hive. One pouts, talking as if one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look, it has a tail. How cute. Anna flushes with a snarl, and blades sprout from her fists. Now, fiendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Young Sarva? Sarva Vujal, could that be you? The young woman appears confused for a moment, then recognizes Fall from Grace. She seems startled and abashed. Mistress Grace, I had not noticed you. Only shameful do I admit this, for your noble appearance would be obvious to even a dullard. I'm gonna let Grace handle this one. Falls from Grace gives the barest of nods. Your words are most skillfully chosen, unlike those heard so recently. Grace is gonna defend Anna. Aja. Oh, are they gonna have a better relationship now? Are they gonna start to become friends? Yes, mistress, I regret such words were spoken in your presence. Well, you shouldn't speak them at all. I regret they were spoken at all. Her tone barely changes. But the subtle reprimand seems to crack the young woman's face like a whip. It pains to see an old student of mine behaving so. She frowns and regains her composure. In any event, what brings you out of the establishment? Some errand? These are my companions I'm traveling with me. I expect some courtesy in them you've given to me, such as a hallmark and the responsibility of those. Noble born. Anna glances at Grace and Sarva furiously. Sarva bows low. Then let me excuse myself with an apology, Mistress Grace, to you and your companions. My words were ill-chosen. 'Tis the drink that caused me to speak such rubbish, and I am filled with shame for having belittled myself before his teacher of old.
Done.
Yeah. Get out of here. Monster. I'd say other citizens, it's dangerous down below. Oh, another entrance to Under Sigil. The tailor. You would speak to me? For what? This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but a moment of your time. Will you perchance here to visit the tailor? What? Man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have, offended the man. I had commissioned Hoplo to fool make me a costume, but he's thrown me in the shop and won't speak to me now. So what? The man suddenly balls his fists and shakes them at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is duty to serve me, the churlish buffoon. What did you fucking want from me? Eh? He focuses on you again. Oh, yes, you. Could I beg you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? A masquerade to go to. I'm not commissioned another tailor. Why don't you just fetch it yourself? That porcine lout! I've somehow offended the puffy, pump-filled jackanapes. Enter the store and refused to have words with me. Imagine.
Updated my journal.
Most excellent, sir. It's very built right here. I thank you, sir. Alright.
The sweet smell of sensates and governors.
Wow.
Done.
Oh my god, there's a lot of store back here. Oh, this is a changing room. I was hoping to find stuff to rob, but I guess that makes sense. I mean, requisition for the good of Sigil. Hey man, what did that guy out there do? This short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that have been spun of glittering gold. In his hands, he holds a bolt of cloth strung taut across a wooden frame. He's currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Greetings! The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work in the embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he shows, simmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of his needle. I said greetings. Greetings, Master Conclaves. Conclaves immediately turns from his work and bows politely to Falls from Grace. A gesture then returns. Greetings, Lady Grace. How does I can help you today? The order is almost complete. There is no need for haste in my request, Master Conflicts. Your skill demands time, and no doubt what comes to your hands will be pleasing. I am not here regarding that matter, however. This man here, Fall from Grace bows to you, wishes to speak with you for a moment. Of course! And so, sir, what was it you were here to see me about? I had questions. I hope to speak about garments and the like. Anything not concern myself with the store, you know. What were those lights while you were embroidering? That? Nothing fancy, sir. Just a bit of the art. But I sometimes weave the fabric when the fancy strikes me. These items I lavish enchantments on are from special creations and are rarely sold. What sort of magic clothes do you have available? Conclave looks over you, frowning. Nothing that would fit you, that's for certain. I'd like to see what you have to offer just the same. Ooh. Holy shit! 3 extra first level spells and 2 extra second level spells? Bodice, especially one for Fallen Grace, Madame the Roughest Angel, often wears. The enchantments woven with Conclave, Fallen Grace memorized. Nice number of spells, first level spells, generally good. Increases regeneration and has an armor class of 5. Well, this boss, most of the Grace often wears. Fox a great enchant the weave. This particular piece of clothing not only does it clean itself and repair minor survivors, but will slowly heal Falls from Grace as well. And then these are outfits for Anna. Ooh, +1 to her taco. Sword armor, clearly fashioned for a woman. It's a piece of remarkably skillful craftsmanship. Small metal plates and bands are carefully concealed here and there over the jerkin's surface, providing a great deal of protection without hampering mobility. Never seems best suited for a flashy fighter who make full use of free movement it would afford them. Payments woven in it, so they're not particularly competent, but will aid them in balance and striking their foes as well. And this makes her sneakier. This one's got a better armor class. God damn it, I spent all my fucking money. Oh, that's good, though. That's real good. Oh my god, it would cut her AC in half. It would put her to 0 easily, and then I could take the ring off her and put it on someone else. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Ooh, hold on. He won't buy my rings. All of my beautiful rings. Oh my god, we have so much stuff to sell. Okay, we'll come back here later. But first though, quest. Had some questions. A Dustman's costume. You're in luck then, sir. Have them available. It's cost us 30 copper commons. I'll take it. See, no rose on the counter. Here you are, sir. I'd warn you though. This is for an upcoming masquerade of Lord Id. Many folks are already attending as Dustmen. I'll keep that in mind. Till next time. It's cost me 30 bucks. What are you going to give me for it, huh? Here it is. Cost me 30 commons.
Updated my journal.
Fine, fine. Take it here. He tosses you 30 copper commons. Now I'll be off. Wait. Concal said that many people are already going to the masquerade as Dustmen. Did he? Blast. I would hate to arrive in such a common costume. I'll go and see if he has another ready. Not a bad idea. Not bad at all. See if that portly nipper was another, will you?
Updated my journal.
Oh god, why'd I fucking tell him that?
Done.
Mostly so I can exploit more money off him, I guess. I had a question. I want to pick up another different costume. He smiles, he nods and smiles knowingly. Dustmen seemed a bit too common after all, eh? I have a Godsman's costume if you'd like, which costs you 50 common coppers. Thanks, Concalves.
I'm gone.
Here it is, cost me 50.
Updated my journal.
This is going to such cost for you, and just 50 points. Now I have to be off. Farewell. Salabesh the Onyx, huh? This man, this tall, thin man, dressed in heavy crimson robes with sharp, pinched features. He bows regally as you approach him. I am Salabesh, oft called Salabesh the Onyx, future mage tutor for the Civic Fest Hall. You've business with me, I take it? Nah, just some questions. About what, Not about the ward and the like, I hope. Plenty of more common folk could answer such questions, just as soon direct you to one of them. Why are you called the Onyx? A long tale, which I'll shorten to save my breath. In my youth, I was once called Salabesh the Golden, for I was sent of a heart of gold, small, hard, and yellow. Well, I cursed the fool who started that so that he could speak from his arse and defecate through his mouth. The Onyx appellation, along the same lines as the Golden, though admittedly somewhat less clever, soon followed. In any case, I'm a much kinder fellow now, far less prone to laying curses and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer. You cursed him so that what? Oh, yes, you heard right. Salabesh sighs happily and chucks himself. That sort of thing's why I'm known as the Master of Curses. He's the one who fucking hurt Stinkwind, or whatever his name was? Which reminds me, I should probably go cure that guy, huh? I had another question. Reekwind. What do you mean the future mage tutor of the Fest Hall? It's a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the Fest Hall's training chambers. My intention is to take possession of the mage tutors and the title currently in possession of the Lady Thorncombe. If only I could somehow prove I'd be a superior tutor. You know of a cursed man called Reekwind? Reek? His eyes suddenly dart up. Oh yes, Jumble Murdersense cursed that man, if I recall correctly. Why? Seeking to get his curse undone? Good luck. Only Jumble can do that, you know. And where would I find this Jumble Murdersense? Within the Civic Fest Hall, I suppose. A short, portly fellow with a leering smile. And he never speaks, so it'd be hard-pressed to get anything out of him. Okay, this is like the 8th quest that we've gotten that directs us into the Civic Quest Hall. It seems to me like just about every fucking quest line leads here. So when we go in here, I think a bunch of shit's about to pop off. So I think it's time for us to ready ourselves for an exciting adventure on the next stream, baby. I mean, you guys already knew I was planning to end now anyway, but thanks for coming out, everybody. It's been an absolute blast playing this game with you all, and I'll be back again Wednesday to go further. I think I'm going to try and do a longer stream on Wednesday. I'm going to try and start earlier. It'll be a day off for me. Although I got a friend who's often distracting me, so no hard promises there. Until next time, I've been Alex Alchin Altoon. Thanks so much for coming out. If you're on YouTube or Twitch, doesn't matter. I appreciate you coming out all the same. If you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. If you're on Twitch, be sure to follow, etc., etc. Until next time. Oh, you don't gotta thank me. I'm having an absolute blast. Thanks for all your help today. Having someone around who's knowledgeable makes the game go so much smoother. I like going into games blind, but like having a little bit of advice in the chat's always a huge help. Hope I can see you again in the future. It was great chatting. I'm gonna end the YouTube side of this now, so peace out to all y'all over there. And now, it's time to look